nsɛmpi match de wobona luzu wiam sɛ yana fall out no ano hyepani na no yababa so bouncer for no so ani agye omu training ekoso ebiem aye Chelsea Premier League no mo Mohamed Salah kwakofa asɛm enso ediaba na wudru no kroma asɛra agitfo yi enso ta aye Salah chenanya takakra ana Chelsea John Terry mu nyina no wo ma kye o ma dwen enso ediafa ho nkoma no mo ebaba na yaba be di nyame no mo chena UEFA Champions League matches abekos ho nkoma no nyina no yeremo na baba na mom ebo aye 10 o'clock na no player wonim se bronya branchi e wase bronya ani man so aye as simple as ABC se wontwa bi a ye kanfo aye ABC no enso ediama so fa phone ana simple network bi a woso bia no aye star 262 hash obo star now about 262 hash na fe watwe aye prompt ebe ye ba prompt riba enom abetwa se select alphabet our pen no aye letters I will select me yensa pa will select we now send the other corner ebi at 10 o'clock draw na baso will letter ba kokra ba when you ska omo multiply about stake and some amount and am so bad the highest and simple the higher our numbers appear no and also letters appear not the more and I'm sick seminal and some I comment apart from 10 and pay you will draw 2 o'clock away yes I will draw a year 5 p.m. and after 9 o'clock can I be you best had a draw and so at your morning you know and some like ABC game or Brahma Daruma life about as simple as ABC weno and I'm sick as some jump brand kama na and Kwarani Sukuno ye can for a your best brand publication limited and so at your Masebi and Yami Duma next year and our Barbania admission but more answer what by Shannon so at your mom said next year and I dress all your Kwarani because kuna fe and also a room I will KG1 and I'll say will room I will KG2 so you will literacy and numeracy and I feel creative art at the bano your phonics are your 2-letter words and you could see 4-letter word no wunya BJ and some adiama kwadai my early writing for K22 Emma Banum and Sanu Yafekama and I say business 1 to 6 and it just 1 to 4 no wobenya asantiki your computing our near fan some fante your dagbanum and in your can say English language ni na your books awodwa wo call your best brain akwakwaje and I say junior high for no saban integrated science abano English language abano computing a career technology and I say a social studies and no and I so J and some adama bana bomodi answer what call ama best brain ama books and some I come up pankoro abed la posada will tell a chono man pay and a best brain our onum and so 18 jumedie for 0507 200 200 best brain and some other so na and nasa utimi ano pene bia honam no so your ba asa what take class why am re say bia bosumi ebesim na odiano yana chesa menstrual pain say bia ba ojo wanje odi eye cramps da bia no na chesa wo bounce anu sanse waya si dwan waya sim ejo a obo akwa no de ba gabo so da wa ne dia sa peja na kwa wiem chesa otimi nkwajo obo ma ne de ba jisi ade no kwato hospital wo sano adwuma no kra na wo bi ena das na afi woni adwuma ye yi wadi ene ntime so bade yemfa aya menstrual cramps and asa bia pains and excuse bomoni anso be kona afi onsom akwakopa bie ensom ato eno aya 3p garlic mixture no akagina mu no ana ye kanfom ama babu amanioma ensom aya fine enso adama afi Michael sa ebon se bia wa kese ama broso asthma no ana se bia your back stroke ene dunya wo de no obeso boost to immune system ya can for a 3p garlic mixture no and some ajama manioma so I fine and some ajama nei I 0248 928824 na chese 3p and so am be am so be a check ayo have fa ye can for a gingermate and so am gingermate no dental clinic say ye can trust so be babwao kaka ene du nyana simple e practice ana so ku ayo sene so wo banom complain so your banner so e bema say ni dodom debia na jaw an what wo de no e root canal treatment ana be so ye you scaling and polishing awo ho e ban say bia teeth whitening ana simple ene e bia be so ye cleaning ana so polishing ni na no be call ama gingermate and so branches and also pa ene chesa kwantre no ene ho e kabi ana chesa nei e daw so won ko anche enko wo janum bia chesem sanim kwase enam kwamu ana be say balance podie yade aye no kran na ba eba no say bia spiritual wo no awoto aye nto wo shop yi wabie pa enso am say da bi obi atwam ani because yatum wan kasa oni ani an wahu say bia wo jane your promotion ana balance adwuma enso ana pankomo no nyina no wono di for Samuel ebedie sanse nei wo ye adwuma ewo aye manhia ahen popo an ho ana wata say wo twa na afoma bana modin komo no mpai bonso attachre ade ama aye 0246667117 or do for Samuel and so and Joso.
Yeah, call high sense now for your din common in and say, oh, do me dear, would didn't home appliances I'll be never buono, a high sense, home a darma, sembia, ope, washing machine, and assembia rice cooker be a day a do Juma water dispenser, Ninano, a dear so some be a high sense, yes, yeah, bought Juma and high sense, Juma dear, woman edition, say any of 5-year manufacturer defect warranty, our items, so it is all Tobia. Now for also say ne o be coffee ne bia problem aba ene ade ne nya problem bia ne achi ode o chimi sade pam na yes sanu ma de eyeye ade ema je ka durability dia na say do ani chire high sense na fi nduma dia ye die no nso obe fa enuama bi o kumase a ye wota no so ye wadum anatafo mo amo akra no so no mo be ko isle gon ana fa chimota ene emie ka 0302550000 na fi wadum komo abia ba clinic no ana make come for the amase wani and your glaucoma and how anasembia cataract ani nyina no wase brana afi onye ho adwuma mfama wo de be withdraw and esa wani ade ade ama menstrual pains and afi hypertension eba stroke any prostate kidney problems ni nyina no ABA Herbal Clinic on adwani enso abeche Kumasi kwara so dwunase main market na chi wona doctor tenasia odi ne dwuma Kumasi asem nam dia today wonya do domain cross Ebenezer preschool yeah Juma pa 0541 565 199 now ni ABM Perifadin como power specialist Herbal Hospital ya mame doctor Kosu Aduaya wase a fatty liver and as stomach ulcer kidney ni nyina no furniture na afi odwumadie no ya mo na afi nu amanye kama emfama na no pay ewo ni dwumadie a wodi mu na hye no so ema me se dro ti se malaria ya no Aduaya Herbal Malamis no wunya bia bebo cough care herbal mixture eno so wunya bia obo wana wadro panie ana afi Aduaya Herbal tonic so no matter no team ne dia wonya bia bebo doctor tenase wakra akobenya ACP road our power hospital Baso Kumasi Feyase Bosumchi road our Aduaya junction mo water krade orekodo our anaji exit 0244 544 na fe wadu komo Semens Vital Bamistan capsules again and make come for the amasa again. And also no edi dwuma die bebre capsules ne mixture no wo de pebi na no moya bema na untimi mo adwuma ya eno betimi aboa ama o mema yo SCP asita wo mpam agudie enso ebe ya nika watenka wo forma e boost wo libido edi ama drey abo adwuma ya oba no bi bema enso eno bi ama ne boa 0240616061 afi wadi unkomo Alaska Star Enterprise Adaroma Alaska Samen country say ba no wallpapers a chroma de no and say ne open and a wallpaper and as a blanketins edu juma and as a year kase and I don't pay say and yama aikoye edi ama na fe opezo siesie damn the office one idea woman the artificial grass no more na and so edi aba yama edi sie damn dem say wo mo utwa wo ma watwa ja wadwo pa na ubehunu wadum your name is Anoche Plaza and the Wilson building across the circle tiptoeing inside Shepard we are chairman K20 womo ebo ma juma 0554 114878 nafe wedding komo Karen Stick Ventures Adaruma wasi adrono na yezarami shanini G ene capsules ene genital rashes unkomo no na rashes bi egugugu so a unia obepe bi na afi wanom enu ebeji afi wo ede amount ye cancerama capsules no so memedro e boostiu awon pem obebom yenu anopa mienu anwumre enu ano no obewse ne bema unsu jira na so hindi herbal mixture diabetes and afi ebano malaria fever hindi no enso ebetene 0246348334 na afi wadu nkomo Hepasco Herbal capsules enye eno ana eboa asoboti liver ede ama ebano se ne liver pa na se ne ye cancer ene adrobi enso letime eboa protect liver ya eno ana make am for ama se ne dwuma di and say bot liver no ban se be ya wunya ene sa ene problem a emanfo nya bia se transplant ye koye e India ene ade ni nyina no woni sika be da wakobie enti ne ye ka cho se bot liver no ban na nuama nye kama he Pasco e ba capsules no eno ana benum bia betimi abo na afro dwuma die no enuama akwa kama e wo system no na dre be bia obenya bia to ne mo open dudu ma 0557453579 na fe wadi nkomo Kojak Kojak Sako toothpaste no ane edi twi yesen koda no ayusu bia ebo ampanimfo no so yusu pa na nkra no ko school na fe yesen no mje ya hia ne za ni nyina ne sem eye tuntum ane ademfa dre enso bia twi akoda ne so ye panin so a wo betwi bi amwonum adawon ka bia ne ade no enso ebe film Kojak e wonro ayade aba Kojak Pro Code no eye otine ya obu anani tifa edwa no wadro eye Kojak Pro Code wunya bia ebe 0244559597 afi watimi madin koba me dimafo eye Dr. Time da so doctor nie na Dr. Juma dia wodi ano osepa se wutie me anano pe na se enuama enkoye emfa ma asem bia wo ho asem ana ye den adiama sisie ana ye ya obi wonso ana prostate no anadwe pa se prostate cancer na se DNA akokram nsama mi kan nyina no wo de furniture doctor be bo na obi a make us say a stroke and I do to form and I say bema or mema yo and so go from and I say bema no craft for first name would do which mean a bird you might say ne come for a giant was a say and from said team Ninanum and he said overpair and a doctor a chair quite a Buakwa school junction and a doctor a dinner juma di a crown so or Pokia Semayera over friend was 0244774282 what in common be bianso I come a year remu the Lawson Beverages Limited and a twato na fe fancy eremu entem awa mono ne diame na no pe na wo mu se wo ya de ne mo wo ya de na wo ya de no ta complaini e kire manfo ne mo ma no pomasi bre no aya wo mu ntimi moa ni nyina ne se wo ya bema empoma gudie no okwa 2 minutes no awie obayi boss tura nie bi go ade no emai wo gine wo mu a ya na ha dwe pa mi ka se bronya so ba bogesi obi atonkra ewa mono ne so mi bo wa setema any adem obedu anafe sisie agene obeya adwuma kra den e de amabra enu sika waso dollars a wasend abegu krom ha na wontimi anya ho adwuma ba ene emse obi besi wachi o aha na ya ze me grab sire kra na obi besi obi achi na video na akoda on sa madam ne 60-year-old ne school maza maza
akoda no bema no mum ne 16
oh bema no ne 16 33 years yes na enye easy cry fancy it's in kwano oh enye easy mama size sure is in crano mo bano tiza odi ozo nya eya nkrano no be ko competition pa we say competition no mo setting na no worship pa enjure no ma drodi bi na emo a ebe support we be ma wetima gina ye e won pem na afo ne nkudai e de asie ni delay man capsules no so boa pa we your banner menses na time flow ye no so no bia e be boa doctor enam pani 0248619999 afi we be bon ko na afo ne Dr. Lawson edin ko ma ninre e betimi aba wo Jason no replica na de yedi ka de atros a black stars yenye ko Canada any US of hono de untimi ntoto bi ha na ebo akire kama na afro de akotim bia osoboti bia no so JC eyo ha onso sabe ka bia delivery be bia wo bia no enso nye barrier obe free number na da TV no so na afi waje quality JC na bibia aye kama fancy di Maria
wo me da say yemra ABC game this way medical catch show say anopɛ 10 o'clock draw no ebeba sunti and draw no enie aye test bano per bronya ba bronya na kikamba se ya also swasha from man cross say bono crano I different crown LSG anti we no latest and I select me yensa the PSA no say ebi awuche mo select bi na 5 Ghana crowd to actually and I so choose LSG wo de animu a anope when you scratch check phone so aba TSC abrebia bo star 262 hash na select letters no eye me ensape mu ba kokra bo when you scam you ba when you scam you so bad ya na semsa no pay on kwan enko wo scapa am say bronya de wo dia de akwakusi no yemo and so any ade yemra amuzu sponsored question of the day Dr. Amuzu Adaroma Amuzu P Health Balance say wo your banner e bia bema bi na diama ana so your bema no baby and some am what me make say e bi so banning the free say bia wo bia easy WC am so akwa use ade pani obi ono no e wo infection ana cheso wo akwa TB and so hono ma mane how kra Amuzu P Health Balance Adaroma no obedo ho anyoma be fry wakwa che enkwa Amuzu P ebe bo amanioma and so I fine and so Ajamo say yemisa say who is your team of the week? Our team of the week and some Kayari Cacho Santos Celta Vigo Barcelona Inter Milan Bayern Napoli Aston Villa Paris Saint-Germain Man City Wayne and your team of the week Cabo.
Well, our team of the week, you know, I didn't see any bini. Our poster, and Pedro Amadina Cruz say, House of Folk is my team of the week because Kerala beating them 2-0 there. Esrepa, I don't know a day about and Anupiana Abakabel say Vela Bobo no fancy. My team Real Madrid disappointed me. And Abakabel from Aguna Menfi and a message about where you saw a Danike element or say from Joabin offense or of one say as a Barca fan, I'll go for Celta Vigo and what they Gilbert Manfo say Barca fan the Celta team ya na say me ko ade ema wo mo bibini bamusa enso say en Villa Bobo Kuno mo ye bibia enso ade man kama pa no e do de aba Bill Ampon say as a Barca fan I will choose Celta Vigo and no enso ade message you about Kwame Mauli Benjamin as a good morning as a Barca fan I'll go for Celta Vigo watching the show live from Manso Dantano and what the message about Nana Kofi as a Barca fan, I'll go for Celta Vigo. Hey, and no a message or no, and some day about where a ban Clifford. Was say in the Villa and one call a day Amawomo and no a dino diaba. And Nestina also was a hello couple. I'll choose Manchester City and no, and some a day Amayane and pay away in so traffic to Villa Bobo Kuno and one call day Amawomo and the Anupe Al Hassan Sani se Barca or they will no bet you Barcelona ebo call Al Hassan message no ana Sanusu Sanusu Amadu was say a Celta Vigo and I may call Ediamomo DK Ventures as we call for Manchester City ebo na no so DK a messenger or day aba and anu penny
what me that say na we say obakwadiama Aston Villa kojo sam and a day a message no and so banana pen at daybreak say we choose MC Barcelona no any team of the week na Savina and I say my team of the week is Napoli Johnson free Bogoso and by Bogoso ya chiamu nyina free na Namwa Junior and so say obe choose FC Barcelona Minister Michael Ameke was say or Kodiama Celta Vigo all the way now what did no and so at by a fair Benji and fancy Sevilla or say Barcelona and any team of the week and our dinner message and so the aba and Nana Brokwa and so I say FC Barcelona any team of the week and I just ano peno one also any share our Wontumi Sports Buffet and so wisdom ayeba one also say FC Barcelona and wako and so a day aman and a Monday ano per team of the week way Amuzu P sponsored Amuzu P held by Mr. Question of the day now on say weekend you know surprises and as a weekend the tremono not surprises Arsenal for him say what much to draw last minute I say I didn't cast a one mama new man say Arsenal Kolusu game after 18 game and beating streak na so ma Kolusu afei Liverpool for so ma win here na draw Barca so gumu Madrid and so at the can akwakochi enra e wo fie ni nyina chine amamfo di 11 hours more than a month for come say Madrid ebe come for new and but Nina Chiama for 11
o man cash out na ka Madrid game no gwa no so any o da de chia no yi oh was it 12 was it 12 na anything was it
sunda ho ma che na was 12 also akodunzo
and was okoma obi amie
what is cash out over kona what is cash out any now so mo message na ro she no won ti ya mama fo we kra 12 volts 11.42 there anti am say munya bi fa anti kapo bronya ba ni braba and matches our man ebo wo na me am chana so yesa o champions matches AC Milan enso bo game and ti mama mo fo ko
yense kakra
20 alls any wo BW27 877 004 and here 20 alls
good
BW27 877 4E2 I have 14 alls
good
BW27 877 A29 and here 12
okay
Shadow Cable Project Yamamunti Mamu Warokra BW27 877 DDD I didn't crash CBD
Chese BD DDD aha ana aha Niku see
okay
cause it is
na ku see
sasa ana dey to no say yo engineer ama miko say bi baba na
obusa me
say ABCD ID miko A miko B miko C ama
okay
ana dey
miko kill ama
na Clifford say bundiano was it means a good day, but it was bad day for Arsenal.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, Barcelona Betway, Adaroma Betway rewards. I don't know. Koswana bet now points he converted Fayeska. Skadi Bronya Banyamina Metro de also this guy. T a Betway 18 years and above, regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. We and so a Betway. Omadaroma no pay. Yeah, call Abba and Monday was 16 minutes after 10 live on Wontumi TV digital satellite and pay live also and I feel live on 101.3 FM I was a so and an important and BS TV and Western Diamond no man sukram so many so far fay Wontumi TV digital satellite by Pierre and Edgewater as usual, intimate call
fancy. Fancy your stubborn.
Oh, sponsor there. No other fancy.
Chairman.
Fancy, you strong.
Oh, yeah, that's so. You're betting in your time we share because now what's your night chikakra?
Abada be a shamo. A human coso. Some share a year sports. I want Ghana dear. I can confidently confirm say Wontumi sports no I don't know number one just say star BRB and Avodebo
that's right
na tapuku baby o bia on samra so otomwa baby
bishop e wo bia
bishop wo bia on samra
adwuma sisi
on samra adwuma
na so on two car okay to shama me say bishop atuka
awotomwa ba na vini ekizizo akasa
oh nice
vini ekizizo akasa
okay
just adwuma no Wontumi sports ebeguso ayekese na be kese ya na ho anso no obi atie abrochire me wo ho ne ade ya yinyina ahwa no obi a no etie mo ye kese mo ye tough eno ti no me sorry anopa na Wontumi mintie Wontumi sports bibie no ha meye what I say I one just a point nko anti no ana maba
your lunch and so you ever have.
Oh, chairman, that's all.
Chairman, what class at some cook do.
Chairman, said to ya tell you, chairman, and I let them the massa where yagani. Whenever only take it your own buffalo. Only take it your own buffalo. Massa, chairman, that's so because them say time on common started say, of course, none of my Yinka chairman, well, oh, my God. I was not talk with you more. And more the other more for Perudo. More for Perudo. Bishop, or the master triple. I thought we could be so cold. Hey, chairman, I mean, you about so dear, I've been coming said there, and some of the more Kotokomudian Dinana and your mail course were Ghana League. Now I'm on person of this Cabashimana, chairman, league, Mumway. I Kotoko dear, meaning say. Maminin can't chas Santamai, Namin chas Santamura, you ra yekane, Utumfo said to baby as Antokotoko hene. Our yas Santamura, Nemquaso, or no one so and that Kotokoso Yenedia. Nasisiano, and number MPP in Tino. I am a drew baby, I am Mamma Somono. Yasumu or Quambi Bresso, and yet the by minim say, maybe Baba, Kotokochema de Medibi. Hey. Yeah, minim same baby medibi. Wow. Yes. Now, semi disuswa. Me the gaga yes sikade patapa. Me the befum amatimu no abba back. Said ya na bra na Herbert Mensa was so ya you know. Herbert was so ya you know. Sabre ni iswa asafo yehu bi. Enti meka ni nyina de abomu de hyehye aka ho a. What you say? Baby akotoko kakudro no obia no behu no but said ye Yesu catch Mary say memre nso ye no enu bi na ne me catch her say memre nso because adwuma bia e de be ma obia na wo say utime yere wo ho na utime ye na wo ye ni ye soso e san say ye pese ye boa MPP na 2028 yes aba power nintino and yama bebre o ha menka na mum se me ba ye yidia I will be the first a friend say club chairman to say moro no kra bia metimi de na ba no aba be coach aye Kotoko yes made the international coach and am de no baba se me duru so antina meka se me de sheshe na gaga o dia say na made players akesia enso so a omo bobo te say Real Madrid mo any Man U mo Man City mo any Arsenal mo any Chelsea mo no so no e di bin so beba aba befra na the ugly for top players $4 million. This is what we 3 million euros sikana nya kokra na wo Ghana na wo the money nya ho na wo aya ha na wo aya Ghana ane ye wo. What you say? And to play a beer or baba ye beer or buy a year. If you are member at ceremony or double crow, need be sad. Oh, and yes, if you remember Casa Memo Matrim, Casa Memo Matrim, ye, and double crow, yabi. Yes. Chairman's what a guy, yes, some Patapana Sika, and the Sika so come. I just some come. Na my face. Oh, Charlie. Hi, Mister Gig where make a was a minute. Wow, Mister Angwa Juma no you. Yami Wohoda, Seuji Dudia, Obeya Juma. And such Renia no you. Yami Wohoda, Seuji Dudia, Obeya ye bompaye Shamachi Shra Yehuwa Ilahenu Yehuwa Ekad we ahata et Yehuwa Elohika Bika Luvika Uvika Naveshika Uvika Miyodika Tode Yasach Todi Yashak. In English, in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Salam, shalom, Kapo. Say Kapo chairman, I feel chairman Yes. Gotama taboku kasamu se messages and ben no bia say hey o chairman ya de pa say watch me assemble. Yes, kwal bi come nkwa me ho hene papa me. No, and so Adiama ye chefo e wo show no so ya de mono chi no and some ana bana and I Monday and Arope matches awdwa. I was a basso I know ebe basso sans when nyina no ebe kla kwam ama chesenyame ya mo chena ye wo UEFA Champions League games I know ebe koso ebiem no ye say on here fan some Wednesday so matches awdwa. I was sending nyina na ebe so na wo ko aya Premier League no matches ebe so and anwume no aya 8 o'clock kana Wolves e wo fie wo mo som na Manchester United na ebe sa game and no aya Monday Night Football I wa brana no and no some ebe koso na Jamaican say referee for Michael Salisbury ono and a brand side the English Empire for no wo some na appointment and so amana wo no elkom e wa bra mayu for no kwakopo yes I came ebe so na mayu asema ye kan nyina no wo say manager ne fo say and e kwan sam amokos like essence and say na matches Equia United team no enya couple of weeks atwas ani ate e koduru baby na chasa mayu for you know and some say digu ama chasa na and you man call say no and some masiku ama club ni nyina chi no say koba say be Manchester boboko enana dwe wo some nanya winner na chasa Manchester about 25 points na wo toso ayedumi no e wo table no so answer Manchester for winning na dwe and some na wa we enkwandia na chasa mayu about 25 points no wo some about 2 Everton na about toso ensia e wo table no so a eno ma say the game we so besia ko entina omode ni ma pina no and some na kom a chasa mo match we and some about kosua yere empty tan ya kan nyina no and some at La Liga game na and about koso ayo bobokua ye fer so sasuna omo boss game no and some area Levanta and na game na nyume no and some about so 8 o'clock La Liga no and for telling Serie A wo games 2 o'clock we ay pizza e wo fie wo some and Palma and boss game and some koso referee no ay renowned Daniele Doveri and also Orano and some about kwakwiri sa game yere empty tan nyina no and some at the eba and watch no you didn't see culture and some ball fie woman January some game no ayo friend Fabio Maresca ono and some ayo center referee and masa game and Torino team no woman some and Milan and Bueno ayo tough game as I Torino and some ayo side bakua woman shia chesa kasa na chesomo and some jumpa na match eba so just a similar team no woman some away ayo referee Daniele Kifi ono and some other center referee ama gamer and some other course our Bramalan Boboko no one ball 7:45 and some other tree and a game no and some other course you're empty turn the canning no and some other a similar game no and you should probable line up on a Sunday and some other questions and pay report to me understand. And I was say Christopher Nkunku one of the Trascan na yehu Bretenton Potia one some other tenafia sanya biano ebia game about bana so mo no report which say Christian Pulisic ono and also no pay ono some other scan na yehu say bia Pulisic aba start and as on start na mom Nkunku dia correction and some and say one aba start and a drink game one so e wa wait dia me nyina no say animo no aba ya branch for for Liao ono and Christopher Nkunku omumie no and latest I mean you say woman some other starters game no and some adama rosenaries of AC Milan and some kakra fruo and some banana peno I was shown so na goalkeeper na your fan say Mike Menyo unim say to date Mike Menyo and some ayobia onyo extended a contract no and some from AC Milan and already medical some adama to him say Mike Menyo some ayobia latest I mean you one still now Chelsea for no one some anya point and some no report to nature say what demand 8 million euros and sana why standing ABM was stay and some Adiama Milan and our scenarios and some other so much say 8 million dear Omunya and Oman 5 million euros a season and Anna to that you know Womunyan Kai Ama Young Sari Ateno and some Sikwa and common and Quanimubium see and Abako near room and some January Adia Nani Aquano some had it towards a year be a different team our brano and some Kaka Fruo and some and what do it Timono Womukawa Kolusu 2-1 Summa Club Yavana Napoli answer no pay Sir Unya 10 Amonitaya. The catch-out man of the match among my branch sir Rasmus Højlund na anopeno Dominion sir coach your friend Antonio Conte was sir any player dia na way na the players no oboma super Dinjamono Antonio Conte and some bomb kwadani nyina abaso and some other sir you started season and Kobasa Lukaku and some Koprai and another year so Sabato Gasa Kevin De Bruyne and some Kopra now obetre fia chenchi sa odia kan kwese sa o Lukaku awon na eba ma 10 gram wa wonu agina ni mu na no wachi o bia Kevin De Bruyne wonu som aba obi ahomodon body adwuma De Bruyne som ababa na kwabasa womu yonum akọ out and matches so mu bonyina nkwada yi emo bia ofu se ka bia ka ban na hemfa na osan ka Napoli team no womu som adane nyina chi no womu bo matches edin kunem omu wini ensom ani ade entinani ade nani so Dobaso can some action Kodani in answer was it just our pride essence of modern bono are more bon amana near so way and excuses and away in her and away any added domo I say one person Kodano and some Amanasa Resosa and Ayaba Soba coach no one of some Ayabon and Kodana Ella Brano Pano Ayaka Amaswaya and some Eba young call Ayania Yakan some Ayas England and Sanya Ba Ayas Pena England say Manon Kase player Vansam ayo son humi shara kabama me son essence latest amenya no repair so okay say maybe you twam yesema me bi ensom na dia asem eko police station ma cha say eko court obekaya wo mama no kwakas an son humi no ana cha say onana da a cha say nya na kekam sa rap nyina kra wom amanu achi mami sabe kas an woni son humi afafuro a cha say wonyam ana unsa honso de say kobase bi abama when you bana one performer ebi acha responsibilities any ade say bia wona wo show bayi ni akweda wo hye yafunumu ebi acha sa marital ade says all the mutaka no sa you know ha antenatal ne san yoma nyina na masa anko bia waso ensom batimi yeshepa na demenya no repair court ensom adiaba wo mo se mame na wo blackmail ayeson you me say bia onom ene na dana just wanyem no ana so enfin kweda na ene yadene nyina na yes mama ne nkwadam aye 4 years 84 years in prison mami and some akwadam nyina no say wo mo say court I say why are you guilty of extortion and what him wo say falsely wo claim say ni say no aye son ediantunuma yes what je beya 153,000 pounds already and some other full son and was aka say so no ahweya obawa bonten ama wiase nyina hu so we korea ni nipa boni nipa so wan comply a wonu yanso ni hweya and say ensem no som akwanya na dia mensa kan nyina no ensem ansa wonu ya mental stress and ya introduce ba bia na wonu yantimi monsha manfo so ana som amane baba fom and say no man nyina mensa kan ma ba ma de chese moja show eko US ama no kasa no and court to say mama no ankodam aye 4 years ama chesere nyina no ensom aye kakra frimo ente abashedo akmame Arsenal one place no reaction after say last goal no etomu masa Aston Villa home na di can ball first goal Arsenal bete ampa Arsenal abete timu ma chese bobo uni afi bench abai na asa gro boy him asa ombe clear amon clear chese post no mu ensom ani ade 90+5 and Emiliano Buendia masa unia kele bonnet atwam ama chesa uko social media no so a wonim sam amanfo aya de aye Titanic ensom anyom no Silent John dia no sa aye movie no nyom no mo de ato asenti bon tamu ana yo obayi voice peja chesa omo nyina no wo mo ya chesa Arsenal consider late na deba ko no say nanka Arsenal wo mo enjoy 18 game unbeaten streak amsa wo mo sha ba mo nchi na no ya enti Manchester nanka Arsenal wo mo som abo in all competitions ni nyina no na o mo luzu game tena wo ko aye table no so aseri no pay ensom our sports bite na me dey and some ama wo say ama say points gap about to Arsenal wo mo som an Man City entem aye just aye 2 points no they say ama pressure some about because Arsenal I will 33 and a Man City team no wo mo som our 31 manager no dey ye den accepts and ya dey and some Jama players and a data from team some pade no eko omo pa ye kasa dey and some akọ ade awura na chese akọ boys no pa na Jameson can say manager no yes sister na Nigeria passa na trump card aye Kai Havertz e won say Victor Yokeresh Abama wa be she goals no bi kakra ne adiabat em say Newman Kai Havertz abe no wo Nigeria passa Yokeresh no antimi famao say aye kasa sans wa ba I was say be adaptation bi any ade no some akoso kakra ntidi wo mo kan nyina no say akoba say be Kai Havertz aba ansa na bronya nan kasa ensom aduso a manager no eba mana start empo mancha omoba say womo bo ebia Yokeresh awani mo no meti say manager no be play a different role and some adiama player ye fan Kai Havertz ewa brado play no ye dey ono so nsem no and some ade eba na coach na ye fan ana slot and some awo list na list no kobusa Man City be catch up bra na nkomo pai aye Man City crowd you know Chelsea the obiarim so bo koswa ama Chelsea fu agibie gomu ku wo mu wie na Liverpool fan so sem omo ko na Liverpool ball aye first 2 goals anya ne so wo mu wie ye hu yan so bon abe 2-2 aha na Chelsea Soboslai wo mo som ade asoso ama dei ekwa 3-2 anya Liverpool ebe ho di wo ye hu yan sa akwadan na wo share goal ensom ade tia Chelsea na no bon ba hu ya etia so all 10 years wo bo shot aye ba komansa wo mo na van se Tanaka no akoni bon ball wono an wonya aye 90+6 chese aye na aye out Tanaka wono anya aye sam ya kan say wo restore parity so edema team no na coach ne say you want to just improvement awom wo de tie ana slot awe coach and some ama Liverpool wo say am so mo board draw no nyina ti kra no our positives awomu a wono some abapeke yente Liverpool coach no.
I can take a lot of positives from this game. If we would have won it with 3-2 or with 2-0, I think we were all sad. Controlled performance, dominant against a very difficult team to play against. I think we're improving. Individuals are improving. Performances are improving. But as you just said, it's hard to take for these players as well that are putting so much effort in, fighting so hard, doing a lot of things well, not to get the result so many times after each other. I think we can all understand that does something with an individual and with a team. Yeah, but as I said, I'll keep reminding everyone about the fact that after the 2-2 I didn't saw a team that stopped. I saw a team that came back to 3-2, and after the 3-3 I saw a team that had the biggest chance.
Yes, I know I am some manager fan say and a slot and I'll tell say your daily accepts Emma and pay live and so I was shown so now. Wabra manager Nigeria pass simple crack time I came no a year 2-0 woman so much no now so BM ebe 2-2 in chino won send and kwadana abama mu team no unstop it woman your man say kwan be some dinkunim amampa woman ya third go ansana about the least way about che omokama chese game no and some about draw. Now Mohamed Salah come back from now on Saturday and a draw another panel yet accepts to be a by now you tell say Sharak Mami Mo Salah on the Rolls Royce about training now Jaminanza Rolls Royce no and was Sunday and no and Mohamed Salah some about training unumsa menoka so ko Egypta woman shall say arrive because I'm Kwanano woman bam mako oman shall say campaign and no I am here can say a year AFCON a campaign and Egypt Egypt emantene na edudu camp no na so mo kan say Salah bra na oto no kra no wo mo say mfa so bi enu so the last 3 games ni nyina no bench na no kwa de coach wa mo bi sempo ama chesa no enso ade no ma pia ba boys no arrive our Egypt omo camp no ana Salah so fusa Liverpool enenom nini ono so ba training na wa be ko ba say mo Salah ade kai ebai wonim say our Agza wo mo training center hono na dia mensa kan say enwa wo ma training na wie ana mo Salah enso pia na enwa no yeso ya light a session ewo indoors na chese inside o say bia gym one what the physios no bi na tretre e na pom enkakran na woni aka no aye Rolls Royce Spectre enom ara chese Salah enso ara ba training enwa no report am mensa kan say no pai wo mo training enso aye ba 10:45 ade me nyan za enso amasha sekra ba na Mohamed Salah ene ewuram we ya no pai na no pai Mohamed Salah no enso ene ewuram wa bra no pai no Sky for airport ana shadow akanom okay to rank no precious ne about time conjure magic ma be man so ene ewuram ti kan to ba eno no to ba enano pe ma mo enso ababeram na report am say kan say mo Salah relationship enso no okay na excepts no sam na on manager no wo mayon kofa eye kama pa but na relationship and hobium yes I am part relationship no sam simply broken na manager no any player any relationship and some hobium dia and no HSB a player no wabra coach etwe die Wontumi mo Liverpool no amane nya Ntianye awose bako ansom eko na Jameson kan say Mohamed Salah won be say timi a drop no on say nyame ya no Tuesday omo kwa ball eye Inter na Inter ansom ewa we no anasem po wa ba Liverpool ekwa we tu eye Inter omo som afie no eye game ametese and coach no be press conference where press conference and I say be abasa Liverpool confirm we mo traveling eye squad and ye bon so mo di Mo Salah ekobi anase be mo some Kobina, yes, Liverpool players na kasa crown. Woman some aware because Wabra Unia, woman didn't turn a bench, Bako, woman didn't turn a bench, Mianum, I'm going to turn a bench, me and Satwasono, and yes, a boys say, Kai. Ebia sooner or later anyane manemu ya encha kwawni ababa bontia be kick and some rough etomo de no mo ya we say eye dey Mo Salah ebe interview amensam ye ti say no eno som ebe pie no mom ayomo won ye pa say wo mo bo game area na no Saturday wa bro mo kobo game na ankoye na fe Salah ensom asaba ba hunu suo na no ana ma chesere mu achemie no ebe jiri pa say coach ne anya de ebe som jiri ba samasa ye nyina ye pen na wona oye dema Liverpool na me na meje aye trophy na me share goals ni nyina no obi ampase amawa wunya go ne nhye obi anifani amawa wunya title no njite bama enya nko na Liverpool no ensom aye dia assistance now Fenway Sports Group no dia nkomodie wo mo back aye manager no because when we do the moment a player any coach ebenya sakobase bia ukotai eye player na chipa wachire bi na baba president ebia wo se kwakofa eye coach fufa ba memra na wachire bi ebia mini player nya makwakota player china mai medini ade today wo mu de wo back eye coach na ye fan ana slot no mom wo mo madwensam awoso mo punish eye Mo Salah se bia interview no entwaye once permission and some so okay no egu eye club no womo som anfini ade asom na de womo time manager na chipampe na mom womo tawachi no aye oni player ni ntia o the banner resource e dia bema awosan tempania masesa because anyama sesa dia medical dia to him say Steven Gerrard ebetiase on the interim ababe Liverpool juma no ebiem ensom aye Xabi Alonso na yeri kan be kana sam dada no wono som ayo bia still na omo pe no na odie Salah komo na odi ni nyina na dia koba ya no pai na Bobby ensom Alman Shadrack yenko back enso ewo Alkais no ebi obi enim de Salah akwakoka obinim de ebi enkoso di kama me Salah part 1 and the part 2 abana fe aye John Terry wo mu nyina so ache choma Alan Shearer mu nyina masa akasefo no wo mu nyina so si from anopai yentie Mo Salah na no Saturday de ri kan wo se club no mo share bo pi ajasa money so no ye me be story okay asamani mo wo Van Dijk mo be ka Liverpool for say one better quality Ediaba elite. That's what we make here 5 signings and I elite and Udia Yentie Mo Salah, Yerikai.
It's my first time in my career, but I'm very disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed, to be fair. I have done so much for this club. Everybody can see that during the years, and especially last season. Sitting on the bench, I don't know why. Seems like the club is throwing me under the bus. That's how I feel it. I think it's very clear that someone wants me to get all the blame. The club promised me in the summer for a lot of promises and nothing. So far, I'm in the bench 3 games, so I can't say that they keep the promise. And I said that many times before. I had a good relationship with the manager, and out of the sudden, we don't have any relationship. I don't know why. It seems to me, how I see it, it's someone doesn't want me in the club. But again, this club I always support it. My kids will always support it. I love the club so much, and I will always do. Now I called my mom yesterday because I knew you guys didn't know that I'm gonna start or not, but I knew. I called my mom and dad yesterday. I told them come to Brighton game. It doesn't matter if I play or not. I'm gonna enjoy it. We'll see what's gonna happen, but in my head, I'm going to enjoy that game if I played or not, if I'm in the bench or not, because I don't know what's going to happen now. So I'm just going to be in Anfield, say goodbye to the fans, I'm going to Africa Cup, because I don't know what's going to happen when I'm there. I think it's my first time in my career.
Mohamed Salah, and I'll tell you, Danny accepts Emma on so a little over 4 minutes, and I just say more, Yedi kind part 1 Kakrabi, so the bunches out here. Not just say now when they coach an relationship, all of a sudden, relationship, and will be not just a player, and Casanum Tomono. When you coach at first, and a slot, Omoyaka, Ebium, answer Amuba so much as one Salah, and a problem, and Liverpool here. Woman to me, really game chess, and they will be see a Pamono every club anymore. Now, no Liverpool, then I'll come out so now you are crack a tray. Nemame and the Papa, so Mumma have ball on him perfect. Someone started yet on my business, and some Shabby because the Puni, Nemaba Koswa support any Adono, want to be your problem, club and the key, and your promises, and they Mobuso, Money Mubasha, so Mammy Mosala, part 2. Just Okayama Juba Bucano, now over so Bo Ellen Haaland, a teacher, sir. Momona will say Halamo Massa or respecting about a Juma. One Mohamed Salah, Baba Bono player, be anywhere. Why be the man, Klamasaunia, Chajiba Bruta? What do you enter Mosala part 2? And I said, questions, and then Komono, Esukoi.
It's not acceptable for me, to be fair. Like, I don't know why that happened always to me. Like, I don't get it. I think if I'm somewhere else, every club will protect his player. I don't know why I'm in that situation now. But again, it's how I see it now is like, it's like you throw him more under the bus because he's a problem in the team now. But I don't think I'm the problem. I have done so much for this club to get the respect I want to get. And I don't have to go every day fighting for my position because I earn it. People will say, you're not bigger than... I'm not bigger than anyone. I earn my position. This is football. Yeah. So it is what it is.
When you say that about the Brighton game, you mean that possibly it could be your last game, you consider your future in January perhaps?
Yeah, in football you never know, but I don't accept the situation, to be fair. Again, I've done so much for this club.
Is that what's so frustrating for you? Because you've done so much?
Absolutely. Last season, I'm sorry, with all the respect, I love everyone. I love Haaland.
Yes, Otesa, what they buy our brass of time tea. I was Yaku and Moteso Bisaso and Tiama, and you may cause we are frustrated. Was now maybe last season, last season, Mama who be an one no just or Dohalan, but Massa, Adia Juman on Mohamed Salah, Yama Liverpool, Timono, woman some a Premier League against woman else who are Brende, Yadina to a 10 crew, Amasanio Marinano, and also cause a ball on Yabima, Abia Anford, now was say goodbye. Adiama Liverpool supporters no wakodware Egypt ama AFCON awo kachase Morocco no omonsom akwa na afi woma say adwumade no som abesi akwa eno Mo Salah ejena owe fan say Alan Shearer onso munyina ball no woma bo bia de aduru animu na Alan Shearer no mubusan sabama na Salah situation wo say no so ha the moment a manager no abeja a big player our bench omane mo ball ni bi no and we say we nya results and so we say woman couple emo born dia and your mammy results nay woman Salah emo born dia now na me 3 points amame but also there wo bench Salah na won say we need ball no and we need matches and to aso ho ana asem no no a very difficult situation at my Liverpool abene amsa results no am said here I was say no some Sibana John Terry there na dia na second fanu twa twa ha ana John Terry say no kwani nyina say first of all was say Musala and about the first person ebi ono ebe jatum say woni form o hwie amade mane nyakra mo jeti say jitum say wo hwie na mom ye kan say no and was some say jitum ye pass ase mo ba some the boy no aye scapegoat ye nyina na ye bobo ana ye hwie na ampa wodi kan ka twere ban sa wonyintum sa mo modom awo form dia aso ono nko na mo ba kira na nka ye ni san ka Van Dijk mo nyina no wo mo nyina to bench enti the moment awri ni po ba konkwa betena bench no eno che so ono mo ye no scapegoat ayade amasa no kware da wa no waka wo sekere Salah no waka sa bama wo modom po aba fam ebiem no waka che coach ne sa ye nya ne sa na wo sa mo ka sam no yenche JT John Terry.
Would love to know your thoughts on it. Mo Salah coming out recently and expressing his opinion on how he's been treated or mistreated after being left out the squad the last couple of games. Do you think he's been a scapegoat or been made to make a scapegoat by the Liverpool manager? Would love to know your thoughts on it. I think he'd be the first person to say that he's been out of form this season, but I have to agree with him as well. I think he has been scapegoat a little bit. I think a lot of Liverpool players, including himself, have been out of form recently. And to leave him out of the squad as well. When I'm not being funny, if there's one man that's going to win you a game, it's going to be him as well. So it's a big call from the manager to leave him out completely and not even bring him on when you need a goal as well. If there's anyone you want to bring on for 15, 20 minutes as well. And also when you keep him on side, if you bring experienced players into the office and you explain that, listen, I'm going to leave you out the squad. I'm going to leave you out the team this week. These are the reasons why. As a player, you have nowhere to go, but being told that and being shown that respect from the manager is really important as well. So Mo Salah said that there's no relationship with him and the manager, so clearly those conversations haven't gone on, and I think Mo's shown his frustration with his recent interview coming out.
Yes, into area. Say yes, say Kakum yet General Penina Gasa and some our JT so and a Bonage and some other man to say player no and any coach at your Drangoma Suria Baden and Komobios and Kabia manager from boy no a ban officer Joe Ebia weekend to over Joe coach oh had Ebia when tea oh coach my take me that say and yes support it now the Moyaka a bad Ebia manager no crown one of some invite player man Komobia was a and also Abasu ya train coach na your friend Enzo Maresca and before I had there an a slot a press conference Sababaso Womo Busano ayo Mo Salah there because Yami Armotina Womo bo in Tamalan Ewa away San Siro and a Liverpool for game no and also Abacos there are questions there ebi Abacos so pass and power no boy no a relationship at the Sahana your coach Wontumi control because Benin say Mumia Mongazao Moya Katin Ton Tainti Nina Baba ayo coach no but other side no menim say Enzo Maresca so pre-match ababaso because almost about Atalanta nyame armotena na Jaminya no say 6:30 and Chelsea so coach no dia na na wonim say Liam Delap say walk over 6 to 8 weeks and no automatically 2 months and Liam Delap besa kwa watena fie na bema 10 gram say pa no hunya demba ko ba ko say wo mu piano na no tofamania na asan kwa ko pra kwatena fie be 2 months no kasa nyame yaroma January Chelsea baba so menya striker and some adia ba our brand open no yare amte tane dia kan nyina no and some ama ye tefo e wo shoro so na ba me ko eya Atletico Madrid me no kasa no wo mo ko PSG Eindhoven onim sa Atletico almost squad no nam kom ba na crowd here am say bi omo ya jubi ko time Atletico A2 and pay ko ba say manager no o confirm the squad where your moment na chese Julian Alvarez any players aka wo mo nyina ginai wo mo sign autographs NB and some other supporters are Wamaba Eba Jet Team Quine wa Brano Preno no amo flying some akọ Netherlands ewa branya me aduma wamusum at the PSV Eindhoven again ababa sona good news and say Johnny Cardoso aba back into the wamus squad no Atletico Fortiano warusum shem ewa brain watch no ayariya se chasa Julian Alvarez and Alexander Solos and chasa Juliano Simeone num ani ate wamuna chasa wamus sign ay autographs and some adiaman kodana yere update ba adeba kwema Madrid wamusum abuafu and say the last time a South Africa wamuma Santiago Bernabeu ebedi nkunim ayo 2006 nessa 19 years any echo 20 years South Africa no no Madrid from na the attorney say anopema mi Alonso fifio bantam so no de bia no make sure some bantam pa Shabi Alonso ne ewura masa unia madim wo muna chesa Alonso na air drive in no and some Kotema also mo training ashas and local time no at 12 o'clock our Madrid I know and some time also mo training ashas and masano play am 8 kwana coach ababe drew training ground south debeba so na yesam for be gidi passe asem omko win game e was summer mess womko shabe bawo miensa no woma boys no 2 days off no womo be just 1 day training and omo de be ball South Africa enra enti omutiri e ba se eno aka because the moment I South Africa ever born Americano womo be kon mo no wonder some for attack enra game ni say we a 60-minute the worst ever and some our Madrid amaba semu akam yes born 90 minutes no emu 30 per and Madrid show up 60 minutes na akane nyina mo to mo bu ase ejuo mo yemsi ye be twa wata be diegu amampa 60 minutes of total humiliation no womtiri eba san kwada no ensom admai na Shabi Alonso say wonom ana obetimi atan adene around womu nyina kamom eye bakua womu situation obetimi over 10 na dobeso kan nyina no Salah Liga yanko ba bia how many points aye 4 points ana Barcelona ebie sa gap ediama omo Madrid for no ti say bia wa dwen Salah Liga ya bia La Liga ya monwa bibia betimi asi na manager no som kwada so ewo gidie na report amenya no say said no pay make sure so odu Spain woman no more trend pa aye Zinedine Zidane Carlo Ancelotti and afa Shabi Alonso ni nyina no say Zidane and Ancelotti time and they say and I say Zidane dey no from baby and say medical catch order that say and then somebody adwuma no man on the interim Zinedine Zidane ebeti ase aba be adwuma no and some Los Blancos ebiem and some and say report to be cross say ba say na say kobasa bia Zidane agi adwuma no na bia Florentino Perez and the car so the uncle so nya adwuma on permanent basis krana womo beti ase ama Zidane e coachi Madrid and some our club side no edu national side we ba say adwuma and some adama France omu team no yenim say the coach no be say combine nim yeri bat Madrid for no say womo abeti ase ama sane omani nyina no enom anso akoso na yeso du Madrid wodum biema womo fu say na emperor say woman bra a place because Zidane at time no as ya jim kwadano so Ancelotti time same I say friendly management to be untouchable headaches be a day I just say training I 9 I was about 7 obu my baby 7:30 7:40 afre no ba ade oh ye de I be share I say yen kan asem ye moye cham so ana Alonso so buy no when I just about stamping authority maza enkwada we so de omo mbesa Zambia wo be kan so say the secondary school no wo mo mpesa ne o ma no kra eno energy di ma men no ma ba betu ba bia wo mo som akwakodri na report amenya no say the mechanic and no person mo call local room no na boys no be full say the moment abeka say bia referee and I say and a referee and I say the sebi bullshit excuse ye hwe munyuntum se yehwie ana be so gire ba se coach no wasam brutal na enya kura yese mo na agitum se bon e koba no referee ni nya hwio asa one a result na buy no ana fa two asa aye frustration ana masa reaction nyina buy ya boys no zo jeje yellow card no and red card se ya no pay somebody referee no some report emao na from Garcia Eddie Red Alvaro Carreras Eddie Red Hendrick no to bench na wonya body won some Eddie Red ama de menya sa Carreras Eddie no de ntia wodi Red me catch us was say referee no aye terrible and pay update a woman and say we better win 2-game ban because we can't some side the referee catch referee say what bone who you tip on cost masa who you dunderhead wu na say am say what did temper enti I was say 2-game ban echo and some other man could not have say Carrera say wa brother you better say the confirmation no and some other ba our brown something nyina no ye de ema ye for another pay and some our show so na credit yes we mugidi pass woman Jurgen Klopp and kasa onsa club on so de no e ba sam animu ana sa te kodai mo munya Zidane enko a na Jurgen Klopp and the stability and some other team no and in command de mo na gusua and some koso our brano peno aye kakra from bana bonsa Mark Andre ter Stegen yes doctors na be clear no say nyame ya doma weekend di omu game against Osasuna no wano some ay available edema sa game coach ne pa wano some betimi adam batenedie yerim say one gas ya ono and da so ay number 1 Emma Bobokua ye fa no bouncer e wa brano pen no enom ay kakra fi omaso ye and some de eba en wachi ebiem no and some ay say contract na e wasan ke bia nkana bouncer for man omunya mfa man na ye bi ka be kasa teams ni mo and some testing gun akori nyina no wonim say Turkey for on the door so pa Turkish clubs no and some aye more Rafinha report about say nyame yar Champions League game against aye Frankfurt ono ebe start and to Rafinha obi an ho atona wie training air course so chase no an nyina no wonu so aye bi to Rafinha mo Champions League game no anso ababo na player na ye say obaba ja aye manager no ama chase press conference abaso aye Gerard Martin wonu ana baba ja coach na ama press conference no ba na Jules Koundé answer Ronald Araujo de ebesine yese club na kranim da Araujo ebekasa failure psychologically or you fit so ababa ball na de akoso ni nyina chi no Jules Koundé ensom na de akotum na yeso no so catch coach say coach onu tu no na nje ho wo motu oye center back tom ana bouncer for de ba ya wo me na botu ama ka na mom wo kobotu na bia bon nam no na mo sha amasian ana Koundé wasam ana Koundé wo onya de enya ho no bo enti boy ni so catch coach ni say wo mpatu no wo no abeso wo ko ne center back aye sisan komo no eno so akoso e wa bra no pe no aye kakra from Deba Shadrack mame aye DLU Pokal omukota final parents na yenkom quick na fe yenfam na yensam no so me na say ba mu nchifo nya tough parent Bayern ene aye Leipzig ene bebo Hertha Berlin abeshia Freiburg and what you Holstein Kiel wo mo ane Stuttgart ebabansa na Bahnhof Leverkusen and St. Pauli wo mo yero nsom abeshia e wa bra no aye said the quarter final ma German Cup no and nsom abeshia committee say yes Dortmund omo madwen say so Girassi wo mo nyan no e ma ne mfa e ma nkobo Afcon e ma Guinea na yeguso monitor said ya dano nsom abeshia because FIFA shamra say by 15th of this month also be a job player when you call up Dortmund as you say Girassi why omo ne nko na so kwari club videos can you ti almost when you have a player young man slab from an afe yemama to so this era so Wontumi Sports Buffet.
bi maka no Wontumi ha besi ebesi
ana wo e de
boko Clifford de do crave ya wa visit
Clifford de jaro
so
mama hu so me am test Whoa, ya baba so na asan hu
o za
say mo central for mo why hu bro nya yam say mo transfer market na say bi nti am I du say mo go say me bomb tracker no ko America you free prison mo dey be ball na na monitor movement I was me bomb I was me bomb wa shele tina wa je say o za
Manche also na
say me am kote mic in common na ro shipa
sa me Meko US ana meko Meko US ana se meko Ola o hero
o apo na ikase wo ho ana mo friends alugu ntugu na o so krasa o say
akwa o ye obibi ayo Kameka se we ba.
O na so wa kan mi.
Bibi okay. O ya za no ko bibi. On the ya aro.
Mo mi amra so se nya hwe.
On the ya bibi ya aro.
See mo
ba. Say radio number.
Ayi dia na you also dia ni drew ayi wa say we say waves ni drew dry season sa na. Wo mo mi na ntie.
Ya ma yen che tiefo. Now I think say we had a very interesting weekend. Now the subject of discussion will be around some of the games they witnessed this particular weekend. Na yaw machemu miensa. Na mebo ne tofa nkete ni ewia ye hunu kwan befa so a ye de ba akusi. Na the edi kan ye say this is a weekend that yenya games be na results no emini more than results na ye hunu park ne so se nipa kura wini ebia 2-0 3-0 1-0 ewo ho. Ejichemu etosu mienu etire baako eno so be kire say there were certain results I nyane this weekend one the pressure break coaches bi mo pa ana two the players bi so our teams bi akoto ma ba emi say e kai abam kakra so wadi di kire the toso miensa managers eso pressure kakra so a ewom after the results during the weekend. Now, so me chance free teams no more results no it meant more than the results they had on the pitch. I started the free the Italian Serie A where there was a Napoli versus Juventus game a course. Now, Napoli winning game no by 2-1. Now 2-1 no puts them still in a discussion of the Scudetto. Why ne beti miaje? Why na Wontumi NJ? But that was a triumphant result by Inter Milan at the end of the weekend, and then we answer Mekumbebre. But he needed a response from Napoli. Say he had response from Napoli there. Whatever game we watched, Enrano was based on the fact that this result proves that now the South is fighting a due course against the North. Say Ocheki Italy and Kasana. Me the graphics be ma shabra ko betire ade bi kakra say there is a big sentimental difference between the north of Italy and the south of Italy.
Okay.
Now the south of Italy no team ba ko or dominate wo pa na Napoli. But then they ube PM or north na so on your screen no chere even in the south supporters are or more towns ni more supported Juventus ni or more Omudi Napoli echi. Now on graph net that screen is no check Calabria, it is dominated by Juventus fans. That's why I say it was south. Now Osha Basilisata and no Juventus na dominate wo. Puglia Juventus supporters na dominate wo. Molise Juventus supporters na dominate wo. Abruzzo Juventus supporters na dominate wo. There's only one place in the south dominated by Napoli fans, which is where Campania. It yet supporters in Mukrampona, northwest, northeast, central, even to the south. Napoli supporters in Norso. So whenever they meet Juventus, it is not always about football. It is always about say Omo Chelsea Omusu is superior over Juventus team no. Because Omo to say no for Natambia. eba Italian Serie A no for no AC Milan no for no Inter Milan no for no Juventus. So when these two teams meet, it is more than football. And see a game there's a certain word Italians use, or more friendly the gobi. Now gobi ni obia sebi can so ya chacha. Now Napoli supporters ne tie the who Juventus for the pa because say almost no for na moteno. Marco Franco for the Mabu Fiat Jumemon, which is Agnelli in the company. No, Omaya Juma, Mabra, Muntia Mokaye, Mumu Philip. A Jumana Momu is someone I'm crown Mumu because there's a burden on their shoulders, they say, Omaya Juma Bre, and a Momunyata channel. Namosaya Cron 4 because titles are Magia Morianino, a Gumechi say, it's a Ayatacha, El Machine Sumwa, more than a mitimo, Sebi, I say, Mobone a day, as someone more than nam. Then Juventus fans will look back at them. There is one particular Campania Wanankasa is a hotspot for volcano. Now there's one particular mountain, I think Vesuvini also is saying, and no a PM maybe nipa bebrebe. It's Juventus for so quite also to the same song. Eddie Huro was a mo say na mote we are shimase a kumu penya color kumu yare ne kumu ehia kumu sa. So when the two teams meet at this stage, it is more about pride and ego of the field, even more than a certain result. By 2 goals to 1. And we've enjoyed quality competition from these two teams in terms of players. Because in the early 60s, 70s, you know, Omama prolific attackers in the game. Batega, any Atafori. Looking at these particular two players, then Benya the creative piece in the shape of Diego Maradona. Any Michel Platini. The loyalty between two players, Alexander Del Piero and Marek Hamšík. So these two teams represent something that is largely closer in terms of quality of players. The Italian Serie A. But on the side note, there's a competitive edge between these two teams. Historically, I say Juventus almost beat Juventus anywhere, anyhow. That is why the results meant more than anything yesterday to the city of Napoli. Because Juventus will conform almost deba. Number 2, there was the Atletico Madrid and Atletico Bilbao derby. Now 1-0 Bilbao. Yeah, Atletico Madrid for Nankasa. Everyone say, I will say this is a story that Mekan say they are united one way or the other, but they are divided by rivalry. Because a number so near the table. Definitely number so any the table so and number also any the better Atletico Madrid. It Bilbao for no Atletico Madrid for ne say omo money omo na mu hu no asa mu ni ehia mo pese mo tena ye kon ha yawo ye hunu fia ye timu a ka kira be ye di a championi a on fa buo bi a fa ma panyi ebi ni Bilbao ni Atletico Madrid issue no. In recent years it has all been about Atletico Madrid competing each and every time because we are quite fast so the Atletico Madrid a Basque student omo no free baby omo wo a o makopie mu o Madrid and nay omokosho Bilbao and Real Madrid match ewie ye ana omoko Madrid boom said there be ye be boane at club bi Madrid region has it is the colors and everything of Atletico Madrid matches that of Atletico Bilbao due to omo history that is associated with some Basque student. It is a team nemum emre twemu na nsen you know Atletico Madrid that no money dey so do and na panyan ochina panyan adebeti na weje sa to so sa it is enra by winning by 1-0 after certain disappointing results, especially against Real Madrid, meant more than any other thing to them, and they felt said no, there is a sense of pride that at least yaw adefe pani se unu aketwado wani metwitwi from pana da ko ani munyam hye biaba ya fra busia meeting ya fra se pani bra nya body kwaku pani bra ketwa gina nche na pani nkasa ana to de bia e bra draining tiase so ya o de kama pa ma ho ya o de. So these are two results during the weekend that I really felt meant more than the results that we actually saw on the pitch. Now, yeah, to the chapter 2, and only about players be on my certain teams being the results. I think for Liam Delap, when you moment I could have anybody cry because Obobona I know free what they call Obobona by Chelsea could sign Liam Delap. The issue is Liam Delap is not a bad player. But me say there's a certain aspect of his game and fit what Chelsea wants to do in the long term. Before Liam Delap be join Chelsea, United Munina play no. The statistics be two screen so say. Upe player pa or attackers, especially centre forward, that why more progressive carries I on one. Baby of Fabo on free, Edebo Nico, Edeba Dintia, because say Ipswich Town or Mobono. Yow, Omunya Tima, so much teams are Omu BMU or Mubobi. Ipswich Town Tima, or share teams Nibia, a Casifona Dona, or show my yes or no, and your Betia Bono Patu Papa to Padebi. That means the greatest strength, a team or a very effective and efficient in transitions. The Fabo and near they call. Ni apre dia man no ajibo because oye bullish kakra. Bullish not in a bad way, but oye fit tankasa. And then so no call one no show that say wetin me akoto baby. Oye fit pa. Oye fit pa so oye bema o jean so oye bema. Obe hodi a play. No invite other opponents into the game. But then Chelsea team no when they want to build up. And then omu fullback back na invert it. Say fullback na invert krana when Chelsea decides to go long. They don't locate the center forward. But rather, Chelsea be located one of the fullbacks are out, and they occupy the free spaces, to locate. For example, against PSG, when Chelsea decided to go long, it was Malo Gusto. There are certain games when Chelsea decides to go long, and either Marco Correa or Reece James. So hardly do Chelsea use centre forwards as a point of contact. So there are certain games he might be using, but on your consistent, the upper free one you are not going to get. It doesn't mean he's a worst player but it says that the system are finding itself in and one man you may be in no and then they press on the day about gym. And I think back-to-back results for Chelsea has not been convincing enough to help the situation and it raises a lot of pressure. Then this weekend the rematch Salah couldn't come na Salah said there be mumu mo ka de mo pede kire me ade amaya ma team ne ni kwansa ka mo de metena nchen yawo me no me obi a me mpaase ma ye twafa ba bi faako ye mum ye hwe asem nanim ni ye hwe asem na chi ni ye twafa ba bi e wo se gina no kure da ye ni nyina na ye say two truths can coexist. Me said ye me meti Salah situation na say no two truths can coexist ni nyina gina say the moment and the timing of that particular interview personally and the choices of some words was wrong from Salah. I'm talking about the timing and some choices of words. What did they mention as no said be a buffon na diaba it is same be on my bed because there are certain words you say it shows as a sign of disrespect to teammates and your more dressing room. What did they mean? So, say two truths can coexist. And here say one, the timing of the interview, the wording of the interview, I find it to be wrong. But number two, I know scapegoat be sabayaw. Liverpool team here that honum nyina. Liverpool team here that honum ni performances or more than the yaw. Mohamed Salah, Omoji League, none who bom and none who momu. Yeah. Omoji Champions League, none who bom and none who bom. Of course. You see, he's built a certain legacy, which needs respect. He worked for it or Yajuman and Saka. It's not easy to come to the Premier League, especially like a team like Liverpool, and build a legacy. Mohamed Salah build it as a winger. You be season, maybe I 20 goals, no I bet 15 assists, no I bet numbers and it speaks for itself. When Liverpool wanted to win the league last season, now you look at certain games, say Liverpool and one to charge you. That coach is Ankasa na me say omo ya pentokwa bidudo. Luis Van Gaal be kon ntoko ne Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Eric Ten Hag ni Cristiano Ronaldo. You see, these are people who love to manage egos. Dutch people no omo authoritarian kakra. Omo pay players omo egos. The moment you have an ego, they will find ways to twat you. Omo do be call from say tam. Because whenever they are in your team, they are the master of every single operation. That is how they operate. Omo party teni atebo bia ne how bia. They will try to suppress it, and they need to show him the needed respect. He's a legend of the club. There's no doubt to be Bekache say Mohamed Salah is not a legend of the club. Yeah, player be say your man in Tenan man more be 70th minute there be. Yeah, your players be on my they've ended. That's on any you.
No one can.
They've ended
time because on one side reference say just last season.
Yeah, they've ended. Mo Salah level was no war. You see, Premier League near high team players be Mo Salah was that level ni be. Yeah, I'll put Mo Salah at the level of baby Cristiano Ronaldo be Premier League no they do yeah. Just maybe the difference will be about the Ballon d'Or and the world best. But in terms of being influence will be a manager league, he was there when Liverpool won their 19th title and their 20th title.
Yes.
What did they mention Arsenal? He has been there when Liverpool won the UEFA Champions League. Huge influence. So if respect is given to the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Steven Gerrard, Didier Drogba, Cristiano Ronaldo, Frank Lampard, yaw sa level ni bi na Mo Salah nenam. Sa level ni bi ana Mo Salah enenam
because they say UK say you say and say Sky for you be shoot because Jamie Carragher ebesamba be kekanadwe.
Oh, as I board wa down for.
As I board wa down for Carragher beti.
As I board wa down for.
Obi e be pre the Carragher be kan tie.
As I board wa down for.
So on wine the interview about 4 minutes and over interview o can say when we say Carragher be san so ensini so.
Obi Carragher be san so.
Oh yeah we.
Yeah, I know to be as a film. So me dear, baby I'm on the subject here say two truths can coexist. I believe the timing of the interview and some of the things he said, no, it will mean well once a dressing room, no, only mates for no. There are certain things they be push you to say a lot of things, but it not so. But in reality, I think he has not been treated well at Liverpool, and he demands a lot of respect. Alonso, the Akosha referee, ding. No credit say referee, a also make two truths can coexist. One, referee no more than more at the end of the day. Me Real Madrid born the buy out. Your decisions be a referee take care.
Yeah.
But number two, Alonso is also failing to admit that he's getting it wrong. Alonso is failing. Navarro Carrera as boss centre back say. For Asensio, I would understand say Vavadi nye na adwin so bobo two ni biem. Alexander Trent no the prayer. I mean you know a prayer na no prayer.
From center back no bobi.
And this is where team no baby about do no. We hear resource. Very important. Tramani Militao, Oma Boda na Moda. Tramani Rudiger Moda. Yeah, what did they mention as no? Then Vavade will operate as the number 6. Alongside Jude Bellingham box to box. Adagula more 10. I'm not better than Alonso tactically because I coaching school na me yo. I'm no experience and adwuma away. Min chene said you na adwuma. Na mmom your baby wo hono ma enkoyi e wo zo ade na anya dey. Ankoyi. And I think he's experimenting so many things at the same time. And this was bound to happen too because I feel no about way in the first season. Obetu to abasa shebi. But at Real Madrid, the ultimate thing is about getting results. And I think a defeat to Celta Vigo, it pushes them back 4 points. Barcelona they are trying. And for Barcelona, they will be smiling during this weekend because that was a very good performance. At their last season, all Barcelona won. Still now we see it. This season, their problems is still there. But I think what has improved in recent weeks is their scoring opponent. It's only Barca and Ebebo. Ombe concede goals high line. Obesha Barca 2. Obesha Barca 3. But maybe not Barca 4. That is where they are trying to pick up their pieces now.
Okay. Mate, me da semeza. Well, my member Michael na Mike Embremwe.
Fancy, let me start from Spain. So Alonso issue no 210s and I've written it here. Real Madrid never be an Alonso team, and I say Alonso beba be a Real Madrid coach.
Madrid never be an Alonso team.
Either Real Madrid eba be a Xabi Alonso team, and I say Alonso eba be a Real Madrid coach a 210s. It is looking more likely say Madrid eba be Alonso team no and no intense, but Alonso becoming a Real Madrid coach in a way say for him to achieve success. To be a Real Madrid coach, there should be a certain level of dynamism about your approach, tactically, strategically, and even player management. And excuse me, Ancelotti mono, na nyɛ sɛ ɔma bɔn ɔmo nim tactics and ɔmo nim sɛ wɔsi yɛ press it. It is not like they did not know, they knew, but the experience will tell you that. Ɛnyɛ baby a wokɔ na wokɔ pagya ansa sɛ wopɛ sɛ wokyerɛ w'adwen sɛbe enti na wokɔ ahemfie a te sɛ you sɛ kasa ansa na wabie wa no akasa nti na mpanimfoɔ ka kasa pɛ sɛ wohu nsa wɔ horo a ana woyɛ dɛn
ne mpanimfoɔ to nsa di.
Thank you very much. So you can be the best tactician the world has ever seen, but if you don't learn how to become a Real Madrid coach, you will fail. And that is Alonso's problem. And it's surprising me because club no wabobida. Yes, he knows. The course of Real Madrid dressing room, the politics behind the scenes near there. For coaches to get results, Alonso knew the extent they go to achieve that. And yet tactics in Kwa and the Ancelotti winning La Decima. It was about finding the right balance and then the general atmosphere around the team being positive. And then you need tactics near there. You need to manage a lot of egos. And Alonso looks like so Alonso's first initiation into Real Madrid as a head coach, I was here pressing high. I was here a passing game. I was here the bonnie quine says so. Exactly. But that is not your typical Madrid. And yes, I born Madrid. Obetimayan or Leverkusen. Obetimayan was Sociedad. Barcelona, to an extent, they will buy into it because it is part of their DNA. At Madrid, it is about massaging the egos of these players they have and then getting the best out of them. And that is the experience Alonso lacks.
Not to me.
That is the experience they lack. Two different approach. In their game against Bilbao, yeah, no, it's a game. I think they are here for post podcast, no. And I know it was after. Now me here TikTok. Alonso did long balls. It's a game named Kwan. About 84 long balls. Check how Madrid scored the first goal.
Yeah.
Trent.
I'm not
long switch to Mbappe. Adding here players like Mbappe and then Vini. What they need is space and then precise delivery from a long ball. Or the bottom man you be through me kafa. And they are most dangerous when they are running at an opponent, not when they are passing around. So when Madrid hit direct in that game against Bilbao, 3-0.
Yeah.
Madrid team no. Baby, I want to me nupe. Omu defense, including goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois and Enim Hwasa. Madrid in the middle have not found the right formula. Omu nyenya die sinipi. So they are not a complete team yet. And how Alonso expects them to play, it can only flourish when they have a complete setup with balance. Madrid team TCA, they need a profile like Wontumi control midfield. And I think someone like Luka Modric perhaps could have been kept for a season more. One, Modric and his experience games to say Endra game against Otabigo no. Our profile to say Modric wo mu a. Emre muaya ding especially what both first half no you bring him in to try and influence things. And then again, omo person omo bobo ni ye ma no. They can learn from Modric right from the training grounds. And then again, the leadership he will ooze our dressing room. Madrid team no in the middle, they lack the appropriate balance. They have a lot of profiles, but to make a cambo munya dia ope. For once, it looks like Federico Valverde's technical deficiencies are being exposed. Valverde is a solid player. Technically, he is not there yet. To catch Valverde is a typical passing game, or restricting or limiting. Now one thing you're doing, wajibona na or carry or progressive or dreamika. So how the coach wants them to play is not suitable to the kind of squad he has, especially the middle. Either Madrid becomes the team Xabi Alonso wants, and also it will take time. Then they will need to change players. They will need to sell some players. Is Madrid that club? As a coach, by my coach not to players for Pediamano, Derby. Then it means Alonso needs to become a Real Madrid coach. And one in common. He needs to become the Real Madrid coach. Sabi Alonso nim tactics and since Dan and Ancelotti mo Derby da. Yes, remarkable run by Leverkusen. They won the Bundesliga unbeaten, lost in the final to Atlanta. But then again, what it tells us that after Bayer Leverkusen, the next season they went trophyless, and their title defense was not the best. Yeah. And they basically did that without selling any key player. So it means Alonso's tactics are not perfect. My memorable example: when Pep came to the Premier League, he did not coach Man City because he was Pep Guardiola. He adjusted to Man City because he was Pep Guardiola. One may say, "Basa diania bonade me imported ediaba." There were adjustments because also the level of intelligence. Sorry, mean the play be at them. But if you compare Pep working with Messi, David Villa, Thierry Henry, Raheem Sterling, Nebeye Juma. I was a way machine a ball who kwanya makes the best out of him. And he did. Exactly. So even the best of coaches, when they move to certain environments, they learn to adapt. And Alonso should learn to adapt to Real Madrid principles. And the kwanya if he does that, he has a bright future ahead of him. But passing. The other gula money to a many more. It won't be long before they will be discussing whether they sack him now and Ayenchema season in year. Enche. So once again, I'm repeating. I like repetitions because I'm per se calm and full trim. Will Real Madrid become the team Alonso wants, or will Alonso become the coach Real Madrid needs? That is the question. Away from that, to Mo Salah, you see, all parties are right, but there can only be one winner. Salah is right, Arne Slot is right, Liverpool are right. I was highlighting Salah and then narration anyway. Perfect. He deserves the respect he's yearning for. Respect you earn it. You command respect by virtue of what you do, and it will profile your status. In the Liverpool, Salah what drew stage was even if the coach is benching Salah, the coach needs to talk to Salah about it. Salah status now Ronaldo and Messi were Real Madrid and then Barcelona respectively. Salah status even a Salah. If you will bench Salah, explain to him why he's been benched. And GT cannot. Player Nenumun no say for 3 matches he's been benched. Back open you use no bebo 45 minutes. The rest one bebo grab. And he doesn't know why. Now, there's a prima donna. You went over the moon to renew his contract for 2 years, meboa. So it means we won't see the form. I won't see the form. So there, if there are decisions that will affect him, what do? You find a way about it. And and it had been coming. Liverpool, Galatasaray, Liverpool, Eintracht Frankfurt. Nina Salah started off the bench, and Salah 3 consecutive games. Yes, it is true. Liverpool are going through a poor run, and the coach needs to find solutions. In finding solutions, players will likely be sacrificed. But then again, how I will be treating Conor Bradley should be different from how you treat Mo Salah. Yes. So he's right to vent his frustrations. He is right to go on that level with how things has been. And Salah, he doesn't normally grant interviews. Anytime he grants an interview, there is an intended purpose. And when you say Saturday now, me chancing on Monday and after the game, I was like, AI and no, so beginning, no, na Mr. Later I say no. So he meant it. Saturday na me free a bank siaba. Yeah. I wanted to do TikTok live and an issue nearby. na me nya enough material on it, and I'm here say I will just stop my TikTok live, you know. Then I will want to get more info, the videos, the test, everything. Salah Kasa for 7 minutes plus. Interview no crowd, they say 2 minutes.
Maybe say 4 minutes and
there be 7.
Maybe we can't halam more than
yeah, 7. And so Nakosem dear Hano, he wants to express his opinions, but then again, there was a deliberate attempt to assault Arne Slot. He deliberately wanted to make it look like it is an Arne Slot thing. Checking in common.
A political.
Good. Now me coach ne were a very good relationship. Last season, cry, and it's true. In April, time I confirm as a Liverpool League in a way. Salah said it. Only coach needing come. No catch a coach and say. So woman me yes say ya meso me jumana mau. And truly the coach obliged and Salah also yielded the results. So it means between them they have an excellent or a healthy working relationship. Salah kasa coach niti. Coach ne so kasa Salah ti. So eba ne saying. And the same people. Just a few months be na ba your December says ye a yet then a coach need take decisions or bench Salah on team training mu. Okay, say maybe a catch and say whatever is happening at Liverpool no maybe who say baby womb. Do you remember?
Contract
there be no when they were losing. Because it goes so beyond it.
Van Dijk, you know, then
exactly because I say no baby womb.
Yeah.
Yes, there will likely be occurrences with training now. It has fractured relationships. For Slot to not use Salah for 3 games and fail to even engage him and talk to him about it because the same player, coach, I know Mudin come about last season.
Yes,
Salah say, oh, so why my man defensive work be Brameboa? But say na Wontumi ni onindin komo biun. But say na Salah entumi mbisako say adentia because he knew he would not be starting a 3rd consecutive game on Friday. He could have engaged the coach privately to know, oh, what is happening. He did not seek that kind of audience. He came to the media, he came to the public. There is something more to it than just this. And there's a deliberate attempt from Salah to also portray his point very clear. Now, Salah is right in various reasons. Statistics, and everybody knows. Since he joined Liverpool, over 30 goal contributions every season. The successes and everything they have chalked. But every good story, no matter how sweet and how fairy tale like it is, it will eventually end. But not all fairy tales end in the main characters living happily ever after. Because when there is a departure, how and when are crucial. So Salah knows this is more like the end of the road than a continuation. 2 years now signing and own to me money in NBA. So whether the coach stays or the coach leaves, Salah cannot exhaust the 2-year period still on a high. So this interview, it communicates more about Salah wanting out than Salah wanting the situation to be resolved. Asem Nesi, if Salah na fe Hosanna farewell we exactly, so it fits into what I'm saying. Say Salah di, it is not just about the slot issue. He wants out. And yes, you are benching the 3 matches. You are benching 3 matches. Now won't yes, you can rant. You can give an outburst. But to say that some promises were made and they have not kept it. Again, the same interview, no. They have thrown me under the bus. Yeah. It looks like some people don't want me at the club. Crash. And you 3 matches and continue casa and same way. In same way, he wants out. And to me, that is how the interview was. So he's right. Good. How Slot is also right. I told you all the parties are right, but there can only be one winner. Slot. Me a coach at the Man Liverpool. When I come, immediately I'm back club. I will not want to change a lot. So I move with the natural flow, the rhythm. The existing club, the technical structures. You don't make too many changes. I don't know, coaches need to break up clubs are need you try to be smart and follow through. Then along the line, you look at tweaks. What Liverpool did last season was slot just following the normal order. But there needs to be a building phase to start the new Liverpool, with or without Salah. One, in the new Liverpool, Salah's role will diminish for technical reasons. And then for futuristic reasons. Technical reasons, they say, send me a slot in the bonny ball and send me any teams near CTN. Everybody has to work. So for the long term, maybe last season, for the short term, it was allowed, considerations were made, and judging by players available, Nebua to bring the best out of Salah. Now, Newmas is profiles. There is no trend. Jeremy Frimpong, Conor Bradley, different players. So Liverpool team Nasesa. Last season, Darwin has been here Jumanama. Luis Diaz be ye Jumanama.
Yes.
So even if Salah and tackle cry, these are workaholics who will put their bodies on the line for the club. Now I change. Isaac Nekronya fit in way. Florian Versi and Contomre. Nimugo, what in the cage I know I am. He's not that physically robust player. Ekitike on and off, but he doesn't have the same work rate as someone like Luis Diaz. So changes are being. So the coach needs to find a way out. And only maybe the dance here say, even the Liverpool team we are talking about now, they are not complete yet in terms of the profiles they need to make their team compact. And this idea and here, no boy football. Ye na ye kwenim, ye na ye defend it. But Salah won't do that. And the last straw that broke the camel's back was in a game against PSV Eindhoven. Second goal now PSV share no. Salah failing to track back and exposing a teammate to that attack. The coach needs to take decisions, especially when the insurance as Salah and maybe the promise was so one man yes say Jumana last season no measure goals amount, make creative goals, make creative chances meboa. And he delivered. But this season Emma 19 games, 5 goals, 3 assists.
Unlike Salah.
And to what I won't tackle. Once I won't sound so in terms of the attack. If any coach wants to make tactical changes, he will reference that. It does not mean Salah is the problem, but he is part of the problem. Coach, and yes, Salah in the film, no, they solve the issue, no.
Yes.
It is to solve an aspect and check. When Liverpool did that, they have improved defensively. Kakra. It is still individual errors no Konate ne Van Dijk Modiano and that's all. But you can see changes because Zobos line or then right, he is able to contribute to help the right side and how they help the defense to be compact.
Well, say news not to catch you, but the minion say Liverpool flight no be call Milan akobo Inter Milan.
Salah kan
but story na ma mystery. Almost say we was check in place no so no ba begina na ade but yes say officials now check yes Salah ticket no online o man check in
Onkobi
team say dia
be say Onkobi I told you there is one winner.
Oh yeah,
story now make can command
because the club no so back
it will arrive at that. Everybody is right. So Slot needs to make tactical adjustment to allow and Liverpool signings in the summer, especially in attack, communicated the future clearly. And future no here. It looks more like Salah is not in it, or he will play a bit part role. And that is something Salah is not willing to accept. Now to the club.
Not to catch you, but I'm saying for win some film. The name sign Pigara Sisian say, answer no problem say major stories here. Yes, Alabama Sharap required in the video day. The Rolls Royce era inside the buy. There, someone say a bus saying I said they will come coach any player, you know. Upiaba so was say, yeah, ready coach in the bay say, you bet me the nice former one. Yeah, means or be as soon as you be I want to mean. So as boys in the train say. So mind to me and drop a salad there means management in a week.
Yeah. So it is calling to question the authority of the coach. So that's why I said there was a deliberate assault on Anna Slot. So what is his response? Are you big enough? Big players in the stage be as they are politicians. Now to the club. You see, Liverpool know said they did not have a perfect summer in terms of signings. I know here. They know the mistakes have been made, but they will always look at defending the corporate image than siding with the player just to expose the larger problems in the club. Once again, as I said, Liverpool problems, no, Salah is a microcosm of it. But to protect why they did not do the right business, to protect why certain decisions did not go right, they'll rubber stamp any decision and a Slot makes. Unima de Corinthia. Slot is trying to cover up their mess.
Yeah, cracks. Yeah.
Slot is trying to find solutions. Is Salah doing the same? Exactly. So anybody that will be seen as a hindrance or obstruction, yeah, but you are free. And Liverpool have every big club was sacrificing big players. Salah is not Liverpool's biggest player. No. A good stage be, especially when your productivity is low, you'll be allowed, and then they will move on. That is how come they are big clubs. So there can only be one winner, and that winner is the club, Liverpool. A bit member said yes, Slot here. After this season, we will find a solution, and they will let him go. Salah, he can leave in January, but in the end, it is Liverpool that will move on, and Liverpool are the best when it has to do with situations like this. And I can give you examples. Steven Gerrard, Klopp Bayern, he was a legend of the club, but Klopp did not see a future at Liverpool with Gerrard. Gerrard nisu ready room ni hu said they be at the maintenance M1, so he moved to the MLS. Coutinho, he was the darling boy of Anfield, but Liverpool said no. We will sell you when we want, not when you want. To Coutinho say me call transfer request. Liverpool say here. Basa for Sikan Monfe bin count January Momra didn't they sell him? So Liverpool is the best club in terms of when and how to let players go. In the Salah case,
because Salah didn't come so money already.
In the Salah case, maybe last season, season, now community saying the bargaining chip and everything was in Salah's hands. January, no bet me will agree. Not any Liverpool same. Again in the summer, he could have left for free. So did you hear anything from Liverpool? What did they do? Nothing. Because omunim so omonsa koshe salenum omoye no car moja beba. But now he has a 2-year contract. Odi ye guy. Na club ne bani yesi ma onko, what can you do? Nothing. Obet na bench ho ye kobo AFCON, ye kobo World Cup. Salah is a player who will love to be at the top, play and make headlines. Again, so bono sha nisika semko enim. Ne £400,000 a week contract, no, performance related. So the more goals he scores, the more money he makes. So now, our Liverpool tell me say they are the best club when it has to do with when and how. And so everybody is right, but there can only be one winner. And when I look at this whole drama, the only winner out of this is a club Liverpool.
Yeah, true. Whoa, Mate, Mike Medasana. Cliff say the first person to break the promise was Salah, who has been putting up a plethora of poor performances to earn the right not to track back, tackle and hurry his opponents into making mistakes, and his populist and unprofessional way addressing the situation. I know I had the cheba for Cliff Eddie Benano pay show no so more messages I'm kakana fika pomre why you rank can say Liverpool knows what the performance of Salah has dropped. There is nothing left for him to prove again. So Salah should just live as a legend, but not as a villain. And no any day or the buy. Alonso's biggest problem at Madrid is he's so intransigent. And no Alonso the buy now. Hazard the boss could say Salah's mistake was renewing his contract with Liverpool. He should have left the club when the applause was very high last season by winning the league with Liverpool. He should have went to Saudi Arabia or anywhere else other than stay at Liverpool, and it would have been better. Even last season, Liverpool were a bit reluctant to renew contract, and I remember he granted interview on that, pouring out his frustration on that. Yeah, me Kai say I'm more out than in that Carraghan's was stressing the so. Oh, my fan of one chat crowd. Cabo
Fancy.
Also, what do you need to say?
Oh, BBI.
Are you more out than in because all transfer market say now Dibo
Masa fancy
yeah, nigga na who out to sound in mother to
Bakusia. Is that in and out no output input.
All the pressure before we back.
Oh, the pressure be no pressure. No pressure.
Are you out or in?
I mean.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's been quite many also information.
Okay. I said, oh, yeah,
maybe performance in the phone crown ringing that.
Oh, okay.
Or in? Oh, I mean,
the phone ringing in, but out.
Manager my own to me palace.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
someone are you out or in?
I was with the channel.
What's more violent and having shall I judge?
You didn't come on, yeah. You go
spot you on to Gary could
Gary
Becky, I know I catch
for you. Who was catching spot?
Remember Gary number. No, I'm afraid Gary. Since you're the US.
I say,
I'm saying Gary or the US.
You never thought to say play and anyway. I said,
that's all HR department or no referral. Sporting group.
Where you more day? Oh, you go in Kobo.
I walk out with your Mafu P present just a mupebi.
More number.
Station in part 2 call World Cup draw. I am Ghana guy. Yeah. And that is even for a radio station. Well, standard.
Charlie.
Me pacho so radio no problem. Oh, and it's what do this. Bet me the Gary number amount. No, I radio no problem. No, I change
Hey.
I don't come one.
No, can I
want to car. I'm still a man. Yawi or Yadio. A bantam bruta.
And no dear.
Was someone on Soprano?
Oh, no, I made
it.
We know one you don't know
about us. 101.3.
I'm naturally. Naturally,
True life what?
If you are my free, young naturally, you need come out. The Proslav capsules are on Wajuma and Ojon Sawyer Bearmana, a band tentemana, Sojon Sonny Bicama, and Robert me Abuana Bibia, Kama Edia, my new Proslav, the Truman capsules, your recorrection, and after premature ejaculation, what do you now Congo ointment and Oba Crana Dipana, Rashi Seguna, Favisra, so and after your Bowie Bema, Ridiano, and so and Sagu and Ines saying, and Ninano, when you be a bit to me Abuana, Fua, Oron, Pabuana, Saint Tuma, Congo ointment, what drew 0249017101, now what D and comma, emulator bar supplements and all as about team immune system, a bois Emma, and they were to brew when I take a Kirby and no brown one day our former when I emulator bar supplement in the Bianobating Abua, and so about general well being, or Bawa Faith, and now my crown for a credit in fear do me no money beer in year 0535112813. Now what Din Comotabia and Rodo Jamas with Tabia Takum and a Bogasi Ebefi, Mz Manu Guso Motonka, Nankara no Shepa, and say Moba, Momo Juma, Nafu Monso, Entimi, and Philip Modemo, a one pem, and Obetimaco Yedi, and it's a Tabia Takum when you be Tabia bar capsules with Sino, Eoya, and a Drew Tabia bar Miss Tania Malaria, a Drew 0243686861. Now, if you want in commodity, that's so Helba Clinic, a doctor, Elda Osuna Daruma, was some in country, so when you know. 10 years so obo so hu ade a ohuni ye ya tro ade ato na be kan no especially mo amokan tro e wo ye kan sa sorry dem na ya na ye den na wantimi an kan tro ya be da wahu se de nyankopon ransem enso esitienti ni nyina no ha dwen brane afi ye nya hu adwuma emfa ma obi a oyare diabetes ana afi obi ani ti e type pi ni ti fa e bono se gwa bray na doctor emo doctor tenase o takrade port cortes ya ben archbishop porter girls ana afi unya du kwara so State Park and so it's not more Tabora Alaji Walako Junction 0559901234. Now what dim komo ya the router and a chat to an pena fee ya the local stores na ba router Mr. No bois na dia yani sen general body pains and afi so utie me na say ni malaria bi nso hawa dwena we de peruta adredi bi na afi eno ma no betimi aboa uwie nso awa peruta in the life ni bia no ma moja no circulate ye oni pedua no blood no aya na fa veins ni maintain num da intimi nkosa na ya blood clot no nya adredi bi betimi aboa na afi I say any circulation e dia ma na afi ruta tonic eno so boa e typhoid fever the ruta nroi e wo be bia to nro organ ha be 0244 485632 nafi woni router empany fadin koma yeram na yeni nkoma na afi yemfa local news no mra na yeni nkoma yeram ye start say am the Ghanaian players abroad here they won send by anopano Ghana yen group e World Cup ano shipa na group ne the group L no e an yeram just ye di adwuma said they draw no enso lesiko England Croatia Ghana and Panama and akupiem e group L ye don sem no every baby Ghana be BC Ghana for Erikari atuja say our Canada and for US of A and Ghana your matches never koso aye de komo every aba na group na ye demuno we and Harry Asante ade atuja say England any Croatia any Panama no emze o hwe England and Croatia na omde omo osro pantie say Ghana pe high profile games bi na ye bo na left Ghana spirit ahead of the World Cup and basunti friendly match akase ne de ye bo Bobby answer the World Cup no edu Harry Asante anyway etuja.
I think that would make sense. I think yes. I think we are likely to have a high-profile European friendly. Even before the draw, we had received some, requests from some of the big houses. Before we played South Korea in Japan, we had some European teams writing to us to check if indeed we will be in a good place to play them. So I think what we need to do now is to look at all the possibilities, away which one will be beneficial to us, and then we go in for it.
Well, I know Harry Asante, communications director at the Ghana Football Association, and at this sense we're together honorable sports minister, sports and recreation minister Era Kofi Adams, and was sporty what's not saying no more din come and opinion and some brain honorable area to just a World Cup na ye kono hwe you timia a man for free na ye be de yakobi ni ade o say yenka amobi anti as a sports minister no mema obia emfa eni protocol bi emana me boa mil di wanim ama wako US and Canada o se monhwe nkofo ye no manfo enso ebe se fiskabra mentua any advance money emfa mo bia in the aid of and say in the way say me do call World Cup eba ne sa na se ju sikadia omode womu mo hwe into traveling to US and Canada no mo ani and the honorable sports minister Ede Kokoi Abogana for nyina mo per traveling and so I travel to US and Canada World Cup and
some of your rules Ghanaians who want to go and participate in the World Cup either to support the national team or just to participate, they all have a right to go, and that is why we have insisted on the countries that agree to host the World Cup that you have to relax some of your rules. Your security is important. Provide that security internally, but you cannot be demanding of fans that want to travel certain deep demands that I may be a sports fan and I may not have any tie to anybody. Yeah. So because I don't have a tie,
minister, about we know on or say the fans no or more on as or more boy me World Cup no be say I'm busy on wo company or Ghana has anu amani na no say obi a okoso board ye wa wo on you emfa hoza etimungu mranum embassy no ye the minister area to dane mom ye ntie de oka say when obi antu an advance money amfa ma third party bia obi a opese ode okono ode wa no ajuzika dia waso be shintimo ni na ho eno no ana ebesi yeti ye ntie no eno ye kokobo ede magana fo.
Don't advance money to anybody in the name of trying to provide you any protocol for World Cup for you to get opportunity to travel for the World Cup. That's my number one advice to people. My first advice. Advance money to somebody that you know the person is into professional, maybe travel and tour arrangement, that you are doing so because you trust this person that he or she have the capacity to be able to aid you to have your travel documentation, not because somebody has told you that we are doing some protocol arrangement and government is going to do this, and so when you give me this, I will be able to put you in or do that arrangement for you. My first primary basic advice to persons, so you don't go and commit your money to someone and later on you will be complaining. The other one is that Facebook, especially Facebook messengers, these days they are even able to clone numbers and do WhatsApp chats and then the rest. But the basic one that people still fall foul for, which is Facebook, is what is worrying. That Facebook page is created or account is created, and maybe they put a nice image of the sports minister and write the sports minister's name and all the details that you may not even know about the sports minister. They are able to collect it and they put it in here. But they even put your place of birth and schools you attended and everything in there, and now they will go and chat you in Messenger. Then people see that, oh, but this is the name, Kofi Adams is there, the picture is there, so I'm chatting Kofi Adams. Then you say, okay, talk to my protocol officer. Then they will give you a number and do everything with, and they will be on you quickly. If you don't pay, you lose the opportunity. And people rush and go and make payments.
This time, say only one more trick in Omo Facebook. Our creative Facebook page, no the minister, in the picture and have in the profile. Aba no chat it. You, more be my Facebook and me Jusika and Gasajiwe and or do na fi. Obitia be Facebook sisi. Oh, and punching and cocoa no de berry. TSM. Fakwan Basso na Fakubi honorable sports minister. We and some kakra de ema. Yenremu na yento aso nyame adoma ene ana ye kan say under 17 no enso mo reporti our company Black Starlights no Starlights no eno ye Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum ana ehwe say any players no o me shortly o mo na fi 17 under 17 AFCON ewo Morocco nyame adoma 2026 no mo enso etime reme no e kakre free o e di e bana fi MTN FA Cup draw no is a clubs no ma qualify 12 Premier League clubs and 16 Division 1 and 3 second division no 3 clubs and mo akole for mo be call for draw no round of 32 I don some the Ghana Premier League games no and so it me call so Saturday games eba so and afi yanko Friday no 11 wonders and shebi and Aswado All Blacks wo mo chuomo ebo mo ekame no Saturday no Nations ehye no ema hohoi for no and as the way Heart of Lions wo mo take no emu back no good news at the Man Nations weekend or Super Sunday eba so hohoi for tenafie etwa Sante Kabakwa, woman Timante Samates, and so Tenafie we need 2-0 against Gold Stars, and after Dreams Etnafie, Womishe 2-1 against Bechem United Vision, Woman Tenafie Apostles, Ebo Goles draw Mediama, Etnafie we need 2-1 against Brekum Chelsea, Ediana Tenafie, one Basakoli Stars, Ebo draw, and after Karela Etnafie Shehas, a Kamianua, Womo Entimiante, na game a for no, a boy, no player na, your friend is William Odro Bobia, what they 2 net in the free kick, Peja and Atna. And so it me akasa go na feye pa utimi se Ghana Premier League na mrantie no ehye go sa ano de William Odro Erika Kra to the inspiration behind the goal our to net was ne momi eka chen se kotogo game no ano hyepa on hye go emanan paniampa ano hye go enso edemano no kakra Odro to dwa after the game yentie ohoi for player na kakra one so to dwa after the game. Part of Lions for no 23. Maybe any Gold Stars or 22. Kotoko 21. Samates or 21. Haas or 21. And a Karela what 20. Say Karela for the Omu Omania Brew. Finds Omania Brew pa Omu Fro Kakra. And so a banty.
Maybe but Kapu Yamian my Yawa down so say Yawa manager we bus.
Yeah.
And also and a dafomono. Na your friend about Penny Janet Sana. About Penny Janet Sana, not do not friend of Miami Few. Miami Few, and a Dafmonia 72 years. Wow. General manager we bus, and so and I Dafoma was Santimampon, Tunsum. ho ana ye be koya wada die no bia nti I was say ko na ko manager dia ye dem say manager you say ya wada ho na mu de be yo na
ma mu de ko of course
ba ha sa ko no
and dey say me be ti ende
enye yi na ya wada
abi no da
mu so ana fi ya chemu go
you say sa
yes I brand be do so
sa
o ka say I didn't know no kind no okay
okay manager no kwasem pa big and large
that's a couple okay and me say am mre na fe yemra me hwe league na 1 weekend enrana Gold Stars away Lucy Hans away Lucy
yes
Kotoko away Lucy
yes hey it you offer league table on two screens on for my answer on the last weekend you be nkomo discuss say the top 7 no gap nso no mu nyina no bia agi league ni bi da apart from Bakope which is Heart of Lions now weekend ne kwawie na Diana Stars enya 1 point Heart of Lions enya point Gold Stars enya point Kotoko enya point Samatex are peja ni move after bad start in the league every from abe remu in the top half of the league now ma be surprise Accra Hearts of Folk this is due to go different say what mumi no terminate head to head and ama Samatex ababe da omosoro but yaw the whole context of this year's league based on the fact that certain teams set me up picking crucial away points for example o check me the whole of this season we lose 1 game but mediama kwa away abakuma sa be fa 1 point mediama ko doma akufa 1 point so crucial places in wakofa for 1 point and I want to feel so lose because I know mo na di can concede the first goal and I'm better share by 2-1 I think my main commend coach Ibrahim Tanko coach Ibrahim Tanko adwuma na wo ye no let me commend him because yaw you see your born na your born we kruma say no one particular coach after the under 23 championship omoko boy ya Rastaman throughout to Mamenchia Elizato sa issue no ko ba nyina no yen hye den hunu Tanko ye but let's not forget that Tanko was an assistant coach in 2017 Abraham Cameroon edge the African Cup of Nations so in terms of intelligence someone who has seen it all has seen something before ni playing this he has also seen it all and then wabejina bench on the league ya ye boy okroma se ya obeje atumi say wo se kakra bi no de keka kan dwumadi ni timi de itimi tumpon fantastic performance in Kumasi here despite some take 2-0 lead be 2-2 but ya omu the team to beat in the league this season omu the team to beat in the league this season a team young players they are fresh experienced players because Felix Chey who was part of team na modoko ball CAF Champions League group stages. There's still Kamara Dini or a part of the team we call Black Stars Aba. Yeah. Then there is Yusuf Mubarak. Abra Kotokoje last league title. He was part of that particular team. Now the quality ne kuto omo no osoro. Ebura dwene ntiase so. Omo ball without Emmanuel Owusu our pra. And there's Salim Adams who has been with Accra House of Folk. It in terms of quality squad depth. Omo bi coach susu Omubi. So it's not surprising say and the league na ayabono omono da soro with 26 points atwim and now Diana Stars with 2 points. For Diana Stars it was really a frustrating weekend for them because ya utifie na say one timi an sheba se ke Holy Stars that means it's a league na GN feel form na was all you ho na apedem but we say so nkyere se baseka sa abro so sa near dey commend adwuma Johnson Smith ko ye ono so ye wo baseka Holy Stars because Obaba second 3 matches never second lose match and a crucial home win against Kotoko followed by other crucial points of Monsakai then travel far away to Doma no matter kunya results there ba em say Jumede na Johnson Smith abefa ba second no wa lift mu kakra for Christopher Enin for Samatex to come into this discussion at this moment in time you started league no more outliners because some of their key players had left the team and no more rebuild no slow kakra because a free team nim doubt the free team nim who replaces some of these players is difficult even so say capito a pride in a conchain most of these players baba damu Baba, there's one guy be there, Baba Amadou or something like that. Also last season on the share a lot of goals, they must Samatex. But this season on only new hobby. So it has to rely on Emmanuel Mama. Any Solomon Ejemu to give them resource. Then the midfield partnership of Latif and Kwaku Wusu. Latif, formerly of King Faisal. That guy has a beautiful story in world football.
Baba Hamadou now.
Baba Hamadou. Baba Musa. Then you look at Latif, or one player who be motivated. You see, Latif, not King Faisal but justify Okumasi Ase. Also, what is a King Faisal justify? All the way from north. No, so about justify Nibi. Or by first day no crowd when your opportunity to cry more showcase you. Subsequently, no catch our must say there be a free buy in a quantity a day. Ewa, would the shin secranado or man mona or moon said the obesity a day, and that was all. Kifis are no boot 2, or 6, Wontumi 4, Wontumi 3. And no Samatex are. Or no Kwaku Wusu no, Ejina Mfimfini Obo. Na no moba nations are or mummy no for Pampe or Trent. So these are things in the Ghana Premier League. You enjoy some of the results that comes in, and I think for Samatex against Gold Stars, brilliant results. But you see, Atani Ata Kotokone has. There has been a lot of discussion. And then I'm moving you. I saw Omaje Kotokoje Pio. Pio.
And Augustas and Sokoji.
Pio. And now, already the two teams in the results now are now. You see, there are things that a lot of people are also failing to understand when it comes to House of Folk results, then Kotoko results. House of Folk, the players, they are meditating on no.
Some
they are meditating on no. Yeah, maybe come on, meditating. House of Folk, the players, not less than 2 to 3 months salary. Now, what you come on and then na they are trying to give an excuse. They say players need be to try on one say, because of salary. Yeah, and you know, true life. You have salary in a show. True life. You have salary in a show.
Salary is where they have but you can't say in delay.
So last season FA Cup true democracy for a year.
True democracy.
Hey,
this one the true.
And the true sister, so much.
Oh no.
True democracy, true life, and the true sisters.
And yeah, you see, Obia Blemuna did yasa, and a players nearby out. I think for Hakuk, we sa Sikasemni free one ma. Personally, me to me say transfer banner to almost no so actually more House of Folk be. And some of the choices in terms of certain players they brought in didn't also help them.
And the transfer banner who caused some.
And say House of Folk company for now. But now no say you close my sin be no coach na casualty.
There be make say to be to say oye do bet me bia and just look at the investment.
Yeah,
Messiah. There is no way how bet me jina baby aka say bia wo to be din bonne because financially what the back. But the thing is, woman e bi on benya to say appointment lead the team. Ebi bo ma we in charge of say be a team manager we were yellow card ni kwan say or suspended ni kwan say the no kobo na ma ni pa no kobo no disqualified da wona o say blame and woman no mudi no say be a coach pamo any ade o man due diligence ama sa aka na be the transfer ban no o man so we hold them accountable.
Yeah. And because of that there are certain key players
because project of Papa ISO
because here House of Folk team now. Yeah. Obiao, I'm not saying say you don't have any right to blame a coach after a bad results. For Didi Dramani, yeah, Metima Kacho said there are certain decisions say be a Didi ya team tactically to the BMWA. But I'll say this: say other problems like injuries to certain key players. House of Folk to way say they open defensive midfield about technically or team ni mo na keep your moteke Abdul Karim and Oba no pra Ochina no aba Rocky Jamna be shame and Rocky Jamna so kotodwe bakopra. Ali Mohammed or Boka Krebiano. So you look at the key players in this House of Folk setup. And yo, House of Folk in terms of the transfer market. First striker Fani be 2 Hamza, Mani be compete Hamza. Yes, Frank Abura Duku. You see, and in the course of the season, I'm not disrespect to the other teams, but I know surprising say, and the year league, top scorers a league in Bakonya Kotoko ni Bakonya has ni. No disrespect to the other clubs. Oh.
When was the last time we made OBJ top scorer?
What? Yeah, you see, that is where they are getting, because I bet Amwana Obo goes now. For Kotoko, for instance, you see, sometimes Zito does certain tactics. I am to the Biana a chima drink a crack. But I think for Kotoko themselves, they've been done bad due to more transfer business or more in replacing a bet. What's the time of the time?
On one striker.
Then secondly, the injury situation of Kotoko. So House of Folk injuries signings, Kotoko injuries signings.
Because I'm one into what if I'm one who are translating Kamomo.
Oh yeah,
I'm one amount of Motomanyiska.
Yeah,
Womanjiska.
Scanaway.
Omono Macan.
I said, what was that? Scanaway one Tiana.
No, Omono Macan on my day.
Scanaway.
Ebiane has Diano.
And the Bina Kotoko Menta, Mebo. Oka Samenta Kotoko. Oka Isaac Menta Kotoko.
No place now. Ubuonuma politicians or bench no nyabimwa. Creating a coaching promasem. You both through democracy. Has a boat through your baba true life. True
life. Give your life to Christ.
Oh, guys, oh, your more opportunity, my bonsoir, boy. Maybe I'm one or Boshano, Minyabi mo, I'm wako, Bordian, so way.
And Morphy knows the press are Pijaba.
There is a bonus.
Pesade Bapa. And now we are going to set up for this one. Injuries in your money or Mudiako. In the general transfer market, the league is not far fetched from Kotoko and Haas. Because 5 points difference. Yeah, Omunya signings, Omu players.
My brain.
Then the clear woman say, unless it's a dear one was so be, it's your mu teams in him. Timo Mukitani and Fanji League has. Watch a 9 goals per this season. Sa form no ene eye we mu de na boss Brekum Chelsea 11 wonders eye relegation goal scoring form has 9 goals no has ashe. They have the best defense in the league, but also they are one of the worst scoring teams in the contest of the GPL. 9 goals na has ashe 9 Kodokwashe say Kodokwashe 14, but again they've also started to concede. So the two teams, I don't think they've done well enough to position themselves in a manner where make me at the league now no monje. And even for form guide in the idea, perform CCA Ho United no share Kotokono. Last 3 matches, washe 2 a draw 1. On any the only team now in the last 2 matches in the Ghana Premier League where we need back to back. Osha trend the world Ghana Premier League. No team has won back to back games. So we need last week match a boy and then the week before team BNY apart from Ho United, and the last 3 matches you are unbeaten. Who you saw a form guide last a way now, definitely you have to give them credence for what they are doing. And then Karela soon as share has meboa honestly we need 2 a draw 1 last 3 matches. Basaka only starts need an akobo draw meboa honestly last 3 matches where we need 2 a draw 1. So I almost form in nature and yet a D in nature, and that is a good thing about this season's league, the competitiveness. Kodoko hadn't lost a game. It took Basaka only stars Oceano. The same Basaka no wakodo mani edian akobo draw. But has Equisha Basaka only stars. Kotoko Eshe has. Edian and Kodoko webo draw. So there is a certain a competitive edge about this season's Ghana Premier League. If you are neutral, you will enjoy it. If you are a fan of the big clubs, you will not be excited. So I will break now here Chelsea form now. When you enjoy home again, say Kumasi now here Kotoko one can House of Folk, you will not be excited. But for be or pay football need the underdog story in Ketwano you will like how this season has panned out. Yeah. You like it. And the most consistent team to me has been Midiama. Midiama. They have showed that level of consistency so far. Winning away, winning at home. Midiama have showed that. Among Chelsea, recent visit at Chelsea, they are Midiama pa. And it looked like that trend was going to be repeated. Chelsea in the share first go. But Midiama's deep squad, they turned it around, not just equalizing but scoring the winner. So kudos to them. But focus in the World Cup. Now, couple say Henry is saying.
Very high profile matches about friendlies.
No correct. Because unlike World Cup groups I could PM, and I'll do this. 2006, the World Cup group, yes, it had a former world champion in Italy. But we measure by virtue of the last World Cup Italy did not achieve. Omo drew quarter final na South Korea for the at the 2002 World Cup. So they were not even semi-finalists. In fact, none of our opponents in our group had reached the last four status of previous tournaments. The only exception will be Italy, who had then played the Euros final 2000 with France. But even in Euro 2004, now Portugal and Greece. So the last 4 years preceding the 2006 World Cup, teams are more a group more ranking here there, but in terms of major tournament dominating, none. 2010 there was Germany. Again, Germany team ebe PM 2010 they were there by virtue of 2006. Germany drew in. Germany were in the semi-finals of the World Cup. Meboa, good. Now, dear na the more it built them up. Until Omoba Remu 2010, they were able to make some incursions which were positive. Then in 2014, Germany BPMO a group. They had also made the World Cup and done well in 2010, and they wanted to build on that success. In our group in 2024, 2026, and in 2022, and this is why I say that 2026, Croatia. The last two World Cups, Croatia have made the semi-finals. 2018 about final against France and 4-2. Yeah. Then in 2022, Argentina and the Unifrimu and Argentina call final by 3-0. Yeah. So the Croatian team we are facing, a team in terms of experience and then the technical direction, coach not no mano. Yeah. From 2017 deba. So who World Cup matches and Zlatko Dalic as the Croatian national team coach. Yeah. We about 14 we lose to pay. So 2 defeats in here against France 2018 final and then against Argentina 2022 semi-final. The only teams that have beaten Croatia at the World Cup were the eventual winners of a tournament in 2018 and 2022. Yes, we have never faced such a team ever a World Cup group muda. Yeah. In terms of pedigree and what they have done. We have not faced such a team before. A group more. 2, England. Again, 2018 they were semi-finalists. Yeah. 2022 Nanyoma Ankoye. Yeah. But again, if you check the European Championship, why win a ball final? No?
Team is Germany. 2002. Yeah. Germany were finalists. Yeah. Then 2006 semi-finalists. Then 2010 group stage. That is the only time.
Okay. 1. England. European Championship. Spain no wine a boy. And England for yeah. And Gareth Southgate, they have played back-to-back finals in the European Championship. Amaba World Cup semi-final. Yeah. Tournament experience. Thomas Tuchel did not lose a single game during the qualification phase. So realistically, we are like the 4th ranked team. Because Haiti, they have a better ranking than us. But in terms of football, we stand a chance. But the planning, the strategy, and the amount of scouting work on all the opponents. Haiti game, is the game which is the most important for Ghana at the World Cup. Panama, the most important for the Black Stars at the World Cup. Yeah. So game near the make or break encounter. And also and then the air shots here. Yeah, if you start well, but in recent World Cups, Ghana has not really started well.
And a good status.
Exactly. So we need that game. Preference. You 3 points in that game like that. We need the 3 points badly. Then I don't remember the confidence to work out a way to get results in one of the games against Croatia and then England. But in a strategy. So not playing at the AFCON. What it does is that On the average, 3 matches are shared, 3 competitive matches, which will help a coach to assess his team and the cohesiveness near the end.
Yeah.
But we have the match window, and then we have another stretch to prepare for the World Cup. In Tanya Shekrano, we can play minimum 4 games before we play the World Cup.
Okay.
We need a squad selection right, and here one. Another plan. We need the details of these teams that we are going to play against.
Okay.
Croatia, yenimomo, but not as technically detailed as maybe the technical team will require.
Sure.
And ni nano, yeah, the resources near there.
Sika.
Exactly. So early days set, I've seen the excitement around the draw na Ghana and England anyway, no. But the Black Stars no money England kobo 1-1 Wembley.
Difference.
It is not the same Black Stars
difference
now. And we need to let reality settle in.
Yeah.
Then we know what to do to achieve what our tournament now.
Well, erase. Sporting man no. As I would do an diaba. Now, in fact, some now all can say as you sheni we go group no one Asia woman dear. Omunim born a bopa. Oman kokra nye semi final. Ade see ehwe na yedi hu nkomo na bibia nso kama ye easier to as easy waterproof paint ana ye no mo nkomo ebe to aso ntime stress se eni onya bia na